time.
Hey, Amith, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
Please subscribe to Sharonatsea Travel. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's going on? Hello. Woo, man, you're back. Are we back, really? Did we have to come back? I mean, it was so nice to not be
at home.
It really was amazing to not be home.
Oh my God.
What's going on, everybody? Lovely to see you all. I hope you can hear us. I hope you can see us. Let us know in the chat if you can do one of each or both or either or whatever. Hello. Thank you so much for the welcome backs. Lovely to see Nautical Nurse Nancy here. Nancy, we hope and pray that your knee is getting better by the day, because your roller derby team has been contacting us wanting to know when you can get back into the rink. So please, we hope you're feeling better. We love you. Leanne, thanks for being here. Leanne's a little under the weather tonight too, so thank you for hanging in there with us and making it happen. We are super excited to be here tonight, and just to answer questions about cruising and talk about cruising. And we went on a cruise. It was unbelievable. Do you guys know what it was like for the first 2 weeks waiting for our cruise to watch everybody else in the cruising community out there cruising, and we were not cruising? And it was unbelievable. But now we're back.
It was so much fun just to get out on the water, and now we're excited. Can't wait to do it again.
Oh my gosh, it really was. Let's dive, Sharon. Let's first off, let me make sure that my hair looks okay. All right, does my hair look okay? Are my glasses okay? I got some new glasses, and they have a blue tint from the screen. I hope it's not too weird.
That's the blue.
Do you guys like the background? This is the view from the ship of the port in Cozumel. It looks a little barren, a little empty. Not a lot of ships, although there was. Adventure of the Seas was in port that same day.
They were. They got in before us.
They snuck right in
before us.
Right before us. Snuck right in, if you could believe that. So, all right, let's jump in and see what the peeps are up to here. Let's see. We did survive without Matthew. Let's jump in. What time do you want to start at here? Let's start with 6:07. What do you think about that? 6:07. Is that a good time to start?
Okay.
I see Anthony Simone is here. What's going on? Lady Joy, hello. David Sesford, Sue O'Connor, Joseph Sakudo, Kelly Land, Claywood, Garrett Labelson, Larry Thomas, hello. Larry and Elaine, Dylan Seaman, there's Nancy, Christina V, Dina Shania, Dave and Brandy's Excursions, hey guys, Tess Alman, hello Tess, Carla McClendon, Crazy Cat Traveler, Pam S, Rob from Life with Favor. A special hello to Rob and Favor from Life with Favor. What a lovely time we had meeting those kids.
It was so much fun.
We'll talk more about that. But just so you know, they had an amazing impact on me. I have started a gluten-free diet.
Okay.
No, I really haven't. But it's amazing meeting those guys. They were so awesome.
It was.
And we loved the heck out of it.
Wait to cruise with them again.
Yes, B Satan 67. We did. We were on a cruise last week, I think it was. Wasn't it last week? He said, you went on a cruise? We did. Toysy Woody, hello. Chris Goo, Charles Hahn is here. What's up, Charles? Gina Bird, Pam Humpert, Zoomian, Jose Lara in the house. He was on the cruise too. It was great to see him. Sue O'Connor, Rhonda Carney, Amy Kephart is here. Let's see. Beauty Bachelor, hello, Beauty Bachelor. Carla McClendon, J Block 369. I don't know about Royals rules, but Carnival's rules weren't relaxed. They were just. I don't know.
They were pretty relaxed.
I mean, it wasn't that they were relaxing anything. They just were kind of back to normal.
Yeah.
Kind of back to normal.
That's somewhat relaxed.
I guess so. Jeff Witt, we did survive without Matthew, and Sharon did an amazing job. I will tell you.
I did.
Yes.
The Wi-Fi was not the best, as probably a lot of you had heard throughout there, but I still managed to be able to Facebook message Matthew and FaceTime video call him. So we were able to actually see him and talk to him every day. So that was nice. So that got me through it.
It sure did. It got you through all the tough times. Let me bounce back a little bit to where we were in the chat here. I jumped ahead a little bit. Is it September 4th yet? Almost, Dave and Brandy. Almost. It's coming around the corner. Amy Rogers, hello. Spiker's Crazy Adventures. I know I'll be emotional when I step foot on a cruise. So wonderful to see the others cruising now. It was. There were a
Yeah.
lot of emotions, and
Yeah.
our emotions were running high. We had such an amazing weekend, and the build up to it, and we I think we might have got lost a few times in trying to share, like absorbing the emotion ourselves, and then making sure that we captured the emotion to try to share it with other people.
Well, when we got on the ship, there was excitement going on, and Christine Duffy was there. The crew was all dancing around in the atrium, and we got on, and we were just really excited. And it was kind of weird emotions. Like we were kind of like, what should we do? Like, and we just kind of wanted to stand there and just watch it all. Like,
Yes.
it was just kind of an odd feeling.
It was neat watching others get on the ship after us. I mean, we were pretty lucky. We got on pretty early, well, and we'll get more into the details
But yeah,
of
that
how the
was fun.
process
Just
went.
standing there watching
others get
all
on
the
was pretty cool.
excitement was really cool.
Larry Thomas, hello Sharon and Jamie, glad you made it back. But we have to get out there again. So glad you had a great cruise. Let's go cruising, Larry.
We do.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the super
you,
chat
Larry.
and the support. We always appreciate it. Yeah, we do need to get back out there soon, and we are clamoring to get back out there soon. I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. Pam S is here. Hello, hello. Douglas Famey said, you both look great. Thank you. Especially your new blue light AR glasses. Yeah, buddy. Thank you so much.
the blue light
Chris Famey's here. Kimbo's cruising. Hello. Nina Crennan. We saw Nina Crennan on the
we
ship. That was
did.
amazing. She is
We
amazing.
did.
Great to see her. Dylan Seaman, thank you so much for the super chat, Dylan. Oh, man. I need a guy's burger and a beer after that killer review. Welcome home. Thank you very much. Yes, we needed after that burger review? We needed a long nap because we ate so much food. It was insane.
We did.
Maybe not the smartest video we ever made, but it was dang good.
We did.
Sue O'Connor loves the background. Christina V, no, Matthew is still knee deep. Matt, we got home and we're like, hey, Matthew, we miss you so much. How's everything been? And he's like, it's been fine. I have something I have to do on the computer. I got a thing. We're like, okay, buddy, good to see you. He was right back to business. Diane, yes, Matthew is doing great. He did great all week, and we're very proud of him.
I think he was excited to see us all. When he knew we were on our way home, I think he was excited.
Well, listen, Sharon, I mean...
He even cleaned his room and cleaned things around the house, did some things.
You know that Sharon was contacting him about 4 to 5 times a day. I mean, without a doubt. And
I told him all.
And every time she would talk to him, we would do like a little like a video call with him.
We could
and
just see
chat
the
with
top
him.
of his head.
Yeah. Well, most of the time
he was playing his game.
Yeah, he's got his phone down and he's just looking at his game, and we hear him
Oh, my
typing
God.
away. And we're like, dude, can you just talk to us for a minute? But he every time Sharon would be like, yeah, I can tell. I think he started to have a little tear in his eye because he misses us. And I'm like, what? He doesn't even know we're not there.
All right.
He thinks we're in the other room
I
for
can
crying out
imagine
loud.
it, okay?
He thinks we're in the other room. Let's see. Gary and Jeanette, thank you so much. Good to see you guys. Michelle Forbes is here. Michael, hello. 47 days till the panorama. That sounds fantastic. That will be an amazing cruise. Robbie O'Malley from the Horizon. Robbie, we hope you're having a great time out there.
On the Horizon
on
right
that
now.
ship. They have less people on the Horizon, I think, than we had on the Vista this week. That
I
is
think so.
unbelievable. Party on the Seas is here. Hello. Robert Rayburn, Castaway, Amory VR. Hello. Don Carell Cruz, Annie Kelly, Bill Leach is here. Dan Zulch. We ate all the burgers, although we ditched a lot of the buns.
The last couple buns. Yeah.
Because as we're about to make this video, I'm looking at Sharon like, someone's going to come at us for wasting food. And she said, well, then we won't waste any. We ate all the burgers, we ate all the fries, and we were devastated afterwards. But the buns, those things might have gone overboard.
And I think the burgers were bigger than they used to be. I know maybe it's my imagination, but guys' buns used to be a little smaller, I think. I felt like these buns were just bigger buns, and the patties were kind of squished down like they always were, but they were like bigger this way. So I don't know. I thought they were, but
I thought you like a bigger bun, Sharon.
But I managed to eat.
You're a fan of big
2
buns.
of those burgers.
I like big buns, and I cannot lie. All right, Eric Anderson, hello. Shanna Green, hello. See the row with Chris. Kevin Brubaker. Tell Matthew we all need the name of the cleaning crew he used in the house before you got home. That was an awesome party. Okay, Kevin, we appreciate that.
God.
Thank you so much. We'll let him know. Kim Taylor's been craving a guy's burger. Lindsay Lewis here. Sherry Smith is here. Hello. Great to see you guys. All right, let me jump ahead a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I just jumped ahead almost too much there. Let me go back and make sure that I didn't miss anything huge. Steph and Cheryl, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Great to see everybody. It's good to be back. We did have a couple videos come out already for the first time ever. We actually we really tried to get with the new thing. The new thing apparently is you put it like in the old days you cruised and then you came home and then you made a video. Those days apparently are gone because people are all over it. So the new thing is you go and you make some content as you go. Yeah. To get people excited, I guess, and hopefully it works a little bit.
We had 2 videos out. Well, we had our Galveston video we put out on Embarkation Day. I think we did that the night.
That came out the morning of.
After we got in for the night, then we worked on the Embarkation video the first night, thinking we were going to get it out the next sea day, and the Wi-Fi was just so horrible that I mean, we ended up that first sea day kind of a lot of wasted time just chasing Wi-Fi, you know, trying to go here. The people on the ship would say, oh, you might find better Wi-Fi here. Go over by the photo gallery. There was, what was those things up in the
Yes, they were like routers and stuff in the ceiling.
Go by those.
I literally stood right under a router and couldn't even get the Carnival Hub out to work.
We were like, spent so much time. Then finally we're like, you know what? We gotta. Yes.
We're burning daylight.
Yeah, we gotta just enjoy the cruise, and we'll get it out when we get it out.
Heather and Marshall, thank you so much for the super chat. They said, send the best from our channel to yours. Welcome home. We sail in November for 15 days to Hawaii on the Miracle for our 10th wedding anniversary. Aww. That is fantastic, Heather and Marshall. We hope that you all have a great, great time.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That'll be an amazing trip.
That will be.
Amazing. The Curtis family, hello. Addicted to this channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
That's a good addiction, I think. That's a good addiction. Let me jump ahead here. Welcome back. Well, so many welcome backs. It's great to see you guys. I know I missed a lot of names in the chat, but thank you so much for being here and for following along with us and being part of the community there and all that kind of stuff. Sandy Rafley said, we were on the horizon last week. That is fantastic.
Nice.
That is fantastic. Can't wait to meet Rob and Favor in September, said Dave and Brandy. Yes, it was awesome. Meeting those guys. We've known Rob and Favor, or known of them for many years, right, in the cruising community. And they are a lovely, lovely couple. And great family folks and everything like that.
Yeah.
And
I felt like we already knew them in a weird way when we met them, but it was so much fun, you know, just hanging out with them. We had dinner with them one night, and
it was a blast. And we had time. We were supposed to cruise with them once or twice beforehand, and we were looking forward to it. And we chatted about getting together and all that. And then finally to see them was just tremendous. And she helped you out with the hub app.
She did.
That was a save. Hashtag save the day. So amazing. Thank you,
the hub app
Favor.
was having issues the first day, and Jamie got his to connect everything. My phone would just, no matter what I did, it wouldn't connect. And it was, I don't know, it must have been my phone or something. I don't know, but there was something I think Favor had done to her phone, she said, or something. Anyways, it was something that she showed me on my phone, and it got it all to work. So
that's right.
I was kind of freaking out because at that point I was like, oh my gosh, I can't have access to Facebook home to Matthew. So
the Curtis family said, I watched all your short clips on YouTube. So that's the funny thing. We were struggling to get any kind of internet to work at all. And the only thing that we could do was make a 50-second video and load it and call it a short video. Yeah. So we tried to show you a couple of fun things with that. Yeah. We're not shorts. We don't do shorts. It's just it's not in our normal wheelhouse. But hey, we roll with it.
It was a way to kind of put a few fun things out.
We roll with it. Jamie Wilhite said, Matthew never called for more pizza. Oh, Jamie, he had he had plenty of pizza. Tell him.
Oh my gosh. I just remembered. I made a video for you, Jamie, and it's still on my phone. I completely forgot to
Well, you better send it. I
will send it to you after the show. Anyways, thank you again for those pillowcases.
Oh my gosh.
Like babies on the cruise.
We certainly did.
Oh yeah, Matthew had plenty of pizza while we were gone. The credit card bill will tell.
That will tell the tale.
He didn't order Domino's either. He went to he ordered $20-$30 pizzas for delivery, like
unbelievable.
Multiple times.
Yes, but the kid was I'm afraid to see that bill.
He really had fun with the credit card. Let me tell you.
He did well during the monsoons. Hibbs AZ, he did okay. He did fine with that. Let's see. London Scott said we're excited to see. We'll be ringing in the new year with you on the Radiance. That'll be fantastic. Thanks, Jamie, for liking big buns. Lindy Lou, you're welcome. If Matthew cleaned the house at many have a party, watch out for the deleted embarkation videos that Dylan Seaman. Oh my gosh, yes, the video, the I am an idiot. The live stream for embarkation. Well, I won't go too much into it, but if you watch the video, you see us talk about that. You see Sharon bust my chops about that, as a matter of fact. And somehow, some way, while I'm bouncing around trying to adjust and try to find internet and doing all this kind of stuff, somehow I deleted the sail away embarkation video. It was maybe the dumbest thing I've ever done. Unbelievable. RRB Kitty, thank you so much. Really looking forward to the vlogs. I'll be cruising on the Vista August 7th. So excited.
Oh, nice.
It will be fantastic. Great vlog so far. Thank you, Christina V. How would you rank the food on Carnival, NCL, and Royal? Really quick, Disney, Matt said. Hit him real quick.
Okay. Well, my favorite is NCL, and this is pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic, okay.
NCL is my favorite. Then I like Carnival and then Royal. And for the main dining room. Specialty dining, I go Norwegian, Royal, then Carnival.
Yes.
For specialty dining.
If we're strictly talking food, then I'm going NCL, Royal, Carnival. Just strictly food and no other factors.
Okay, so we got a little different.
We do. Amy Elke, hello, said you guys did a fine job. Thank you, Amy. And Amy, how is Rick's haircut doing? Is he doing okay? Is he recovering from that?
Oh my goodness.
Sexy hair, aka Rick Elke, now has a haircut that looks a lot like mine, and I don't know what's come over him, but we'll see. Amanda said, "Let me be your TikTok manager." Shane Norgan, love the content on board. Thank you. Let's see. Greg S. Hello. The ship show is here. What's going on, John? Lovely to see you. Hope that you're doing
John.
well. Sig Cruiser, I think editing on the ship is from the excitement of being back on the ship. Maybe it is, and maybe things will calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22. It's fun to edit. It's fun to put the video out, and it's fun to see people respond. But at the same time, you're like, I could be at a bar right now. I could be gambling right now. I could be singing and dancing right now. I could be doing a lot of stuff. Kirk Brown said, yes, access points. We needed more access points, but we just needed access. 37E37. So you don't have to be vaccinated to go on a cruise, but it makes it very much easier to get on the cruise and not have to get an exemption for the small percentage of unvaccinated guests that are allowed.
Really, right now for these summer cruises on Carnival, unless you're under 12, you're probably not going to get an exemption. And Norwegian until October, you do have to be vaccinated till the end of October. So Royal's probably the easiest one to get on right now if you're not vaccinated.
Mm-hmm. Probably an accurate statement. I fully agree with you. Timothy Walters, thank you so much for the super chat. I think it's safe to say the highlight of anyone's cruise is seeing you guys on the ship. Can't wait till the breakaway. 103 days. That is unbelievable. We have a special announcement. If you are going with us and the guys from the ship show on the breakaway, the first day in Bermuda, we have established that is going to be the group beach party day. And that's going to be where? Just really quick.
Horseshoe Bay?
Horseshoe Bay. John, am I saying that correctly? Horseshoe Bay. I just want to make sure that I'm on the right page there. So that's going on if you're going on the Bermuda
and
cruise.
you don't have to hang out with us that day, but if you want, if you plan to have a beach day anyways, I know a lot of people plan to do some excursions a day and the other half a day or so, and then have a beach day one day. So if you are going to do a beach day, that's a good day to do the beach day with us.
There you go. Jeff Witt, thank you so much for the super chat. Welcome back from Jeff and TL and Baja. Oh my gosh, thank you. $50 Mexican. I think that's $500 in American. Isn't it? $50 Mexican is $5.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you, dude. We really, really appreciate it. You are amazing. Thank you for the support. Very, very nice. Beats in Texas said they had to watch the LSU versus the Alabama game in the photo gallery because the Wi-Fi was so bad a few years ago on the Vista.
Gosh.
Well, here's the kicker: is that they have been pumping up the new Hub app.
I don't know though.
The improved Wi-Fi. It's all been updated. It's gonna be and we got on the ship and everyone is like, hello, nothing's working. I mean, nothing. You weren't. It was. I mean, it was very,
some
very
people
difficult.
did have some trouble getting on the app. You know, they couldn't even get the app to work. So that was probably frustrating for them. Our app worked once I got my phone working, but I don't know that the Vista had the best Wi-Fi before. Ever since the Horizon, though, the Horizon had good. When we went on the Horizon, both times
The Horizon was pretty sweet.
It had amazing Wi-Fi. It had great Wi-Fi.
Well, it got a little better. Apparently, it was so bad, and there were so many complaints that they did have some folks from IT board the ship halfway through the cruise and look at some things and work on some things.
Yeah, and it did get a little better until the last day, and it kind of went down again.
Now, we also did hear that they had a few struggles on the Horizon as well, which left the day after our cruise. And and they battled that a little bit too. But I still saw some videos coming out of there as well. For us, we just got lucky when our embarkation video was done, and I just left the computer on in the room and trying to upload just for the heck of it in Roatan. And when we got back, I was already. We got so lucky. We had a guy who gave us a hotspot information for the port. And if we were gonna,
when we were getting back on the ship,
and we were going to try to sit on the balcony and see if we could connect to the port hotspot. And he was like, "Yes, don't tell anyone this was used for media earlier. It should still be active. You should be able to connect to this, no problem." We're like, "Oh my God, thank you so much."
Then when we got on, we didn't need it. We were so excited. We walked in the room and the video had uploaded. So
yeah, it was at 99% ready to go. So we're like, "Okay, let's just go with this." So thank you, dude, from the Wi-Fi hotspot.
Wi-Fi stand.
Yeah. And if it worked, then we're going to share it with a few other folks that we knew were trying to battle with some Wi-Fi. But then we didn't need it, and then we went on with the night, and boom, that was it. Charles Hahn, the Harbor House, was it reasonably priced? Sharon, you can answer that better.
During normal times, I would say it's pretty reasonably priced. Being the location. It's right there. You can walk to the port, and you're just right there. So you don't have to take a cab to the port. So I think it's well worth it. Right now, when we went, it was higher priced because cruising was back. Everything was booked up. But normally I think
pretty reasonable.
Normally, I think it runs most of the year. I would say around $250-ish a night or so, and that's what you're going to pay at a lot of places. When you cruise and you're close to other ports. So, and with everything it had around there, you could see the ship. We saw the ship from our window. There were several places to eat around there that were really good. Great seafood places. So
it was amazing.
Well worth it.
Let's see. Yes, you can bring canned soda on board Kelly Land. I think each person can bring a 12-pack.
Yeah, on Carnival.
Am I saying that right? On Carnival, there you go. Let's see. Thank you, Abby. We appreciate the comment. Very nice of you. Let's see. Shelly T said, yeah, everyone needs to be like Para DJ. They whip those videos out. And that's a good thing instead of putting out one video a week. Yeah, I don't know how they do. Para DJs put out a video a day for at least the last 9 months. I have no idea how they do it. But they are like machines. Yeah. I don't know whether Jay just goes to bed at like 5. And maybe like Dee gets food and then brings it back to the room and she's there like, get the video done. I want that video out now. She's in there cracking the whip, but it's amazing. I have no idea how they do it. Their video for day 6 comes out and they're only on day 5 of the cruise. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. All right, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Let's see. Lady Joy said, peeps, go out and hit the like button and come back. It only takes 1 second. Thank you so much. We do appreciate that. What other vloggers did y'all see? BP the Great. All right, so
we saw A Life with Favor.
Yes, so that was fantastic. Meeting Robin Favor. We also saw the Cruise World.
The Cruise World.
Mark and Stephanie from the Cruise World, the McClures, and we met them, and they were nice as anything. Yeah. As a matter of fact, listen, I mean, I don't want to say anything too crazy or let the cat out of the bag, but I might have had a cocktail with Mark from the Cruise World, and it might have been my favorite cocktail. And I think he loved it. I think the look on his eye in his face when he slammed that thing back, and the look in his eyes, it said to me, "Jamie, this is the greatest thing I've ever consumed, and I thank you for it." I think is what he wanted to say.
Oh my God.
He was busy kind of coughing at the moment, but it was amazing. And so meeting them was fantastic as well.
Yeah, they were really nice.
A whole slew of other people that were so nice to come up to us and say hi. It was really. I was telling Sharon earlier as we were talking about what do we want to talk about tonight and stuff. And there were a number of people that came up and said hi. Some people would sit and chat for a few minutes. Some were like, I just want to say hi. And either way, it's fine with us. And there were a lot of people I felt that I was getting like a little, like some recognition. Like I'd be sitting there, like Sharon and I were making a video, and you can see this in some of the videos. And I'm making the video, and people are walking by, and I look up, and someone's like looking at me, and they give me like one of these. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And so there's a lot of that too. So it's just always, it's an honor to have somebody recognize you and say hi.
We're doing the Guy's Burger video. We're making it.
Oh my God!
Some kid kind of ran by and he stops and he right in the middle of the video he comes up and he shows us his phone and he had our one of our videos up and he's like, I'm watching you right now, or something like that.
Yes. And he was a
so it's
kid. I
kinda
mean,
funny.
yes. I mean, this kid, he had to be like 16 years old.
Yeah.
He's
So
like,
that,
hey, I'm a fan. He shows us the
Yeah.
phone. We're like, dude,
So
thanks
that
very
was
much. Let's see. Amy stayed at Harbor House was a great hotel. When I stayed there, when the cruise ships returned, amazing views. It did have amazing views. It was fantastic.
It's a little older, but it's been remodeled, and the beds were comfy. I mean, everything was great there.
It's definitely location. When we got in there, it's so small and
It is very
quaint,
small.
if I can say quaint.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I burp too loud in the room, the person next to you might hear it. I'm not 100% sure, but it's been refurbished, so you're expecting to see something that's kind of older, But it's very new and modern looking inside.
Everything you need. I mean, it had a little fridge. It had a microwave. It had a coffee maker. I mean, the TV. What more do you really need in a hotel for a pre-cruise day or any hotel? I mean, those are the basics you need.
Totally.
So it was great, and the view. I mean, we looked out and we could see the vista right there.
Oh my God,
was
that
really cool.
was
And at night
unbelievable.
we could see the vista all lit up. It was really cool.
Yes, and the restaurant that we ate. Sorry, so let's talk a little bit about the process, Sharon, and all that. We're going to jump out of the chat for a minute, and we'll come back later. So save your questions or ask them, and we'll try to come back again.
Oh, Chris
or whatever the case is.
Osher says, "Where's Matthew?" Matthew is in his room right now. But you'll see him soon. He'll be around soon, and he'll be on our September group cruise.
Yeah.
So.
Thomas has the question real quick. Did you get the middle seat vacant on your outbound flight? No, we were able to actually.
Vacant.
The flight. We were able to
see.
actually get a credit back and get the miles back, and so that worked out in our favor.
Yeah.
And a very nice person ended up sitting there, and Sharon moved over, and everything worked out.
Well,
good.
it was a window seat. It was Matthew's.
Yes.
Seat. Yeah.
So it worked out very well.
And
Jeff
coming
Witt,
back,
favorite port? I can't answer that yet. We'll have to answer that in the vlogs. You'll have to watch and see.
Favorite port of these three.
Yes, for sure. All right, so you guys know how. So we got
can
down
tell.
there.
It's not in the vlogs.
What's that?
The favorite port. It's not in the vlogs. Well, I'll tell you, we may have different favorite ports. So.
Okay, which one? What's your favorite port?
Of those three ports, from this particular cruise, I'm going to say Roatan. Now, I did really enjoy Nachikacombe and Cozumel. I did enjoy that day a lot. But I just really enjoyed Roatan, getting to see some of the areas with our friend
Sharon, if you're going to say
Johan
Roatan, please say it later.
Roatan tours. And we just had a great day kind of hanging out and checking things out, driving around and chatting. And it was just, I just enjoyed it.
Right, totally. All right, so let's give a quick synopsis of how everything went, shall we? Can we do that?
Okay.
All right, do you want to tell the story or do you want me? Because I think I can ramble through it a little quicker, but you will give amazing detail and insight.
I might be
don't
able
know
to get through it quicker.
Do they want to hear the whole story tonight or do they want it?
Well, we talked a little bit about the hotel already. So let's talk about the ship. So.
Well, hold on. This is a great question. Missy Benham, what ship are you on? You're going to want to find the sports bar, or if the ship still has a casino bar, that bar could be the best place to watch football.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Dina Shania, we'll talk about that in a minute. She asked what we thought of Kendall Fire. Fire!
Oh, homemade ice cream in the buffet. No, they had the ice cream, the machines on the chocolate extravaganza day. They did have some ice cream that they were scooping up on that.
Yes.
But they did have on the Vista, they have ice creams, a hard type scoop ice cream that you can get in the cherry on top ice cream, not ice cream, cherry on top candy store. They have a little ice cream bar in there as well. And I think they had ice cream. I think they had ice cream in the coffee bar too, because you could get a shake there also.
There you go. Robert, you could order liquor pre-sailing if you wanted to, but keep in mind out of Texas or New York, you don't get that liquor until the next morning because of the rules that they have. Drink package prices are still pretty similar. Not much difference.
Yeah, they haven't changed.
All right, so first off, thank you guys. There's 504 people here. Oh my gosh. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Fantastic. Do you remember NCL's Encore Buffet had crepes? I think it did, as a matter of fact. I think
so.
it did.
I think it did.
I think
they
it did.
had everything.
Corey, we did get to the Alchemy Bar. You guys are awesome. There's so many comments coming in.
Did you get to the Alchemy Bar?
What are your thoughts on the casino
Barely.
bar being taken out? It's indifferent to us, and And it was much nicer to walk through the casino without the bar and the heavy, like, I don't care. Okay, smokers, fine, do what you want, no problem. Even in the casino, you still smell the smoke. But before, you could wear your formal outfit, walk through there, and you'd come out the other side, going to dinner smelling like smoke.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
quite
not like that anymore.
It wasn't quite as smoky in there since they took that out. And like I said, for us, it didn't really matter. I did hear a lot of people complaining about it, though, that didn't like it. It may have been people that smoked. I'm not sure. But one thing about the casino on the Vista, though, it's probably that way on the horizon now, too. But
It is small.
I feel like for the ship being one of the bigger ships, or the casino feels cramped. Like, I feel like the machines and the tables especially seem like they're all squished together, like barely room to walk around or anything. So I feel like the casinos are very small in those, whereas some of the other class ships, things seem a little more spaced out in the casino.
There you go. Let's see. Shelly T, that's okay. Send Sharon an email, sharonatsea@gmail.com, and she'll do whatever she can for you. She had a cruise offer she couldn't refuse, but she wants to email you to link it to a group.
Okay. Yeah.
Janina Hartman, thank you so much for joining us. New listener here from Connecticut.
And really quick, I don't know who's here, but I came home to like massive amounts of emails. I'm trying to get through them as quickly as I can. Some of them I had to get to quicker than others, like when final payments are due and things like that. I had to put priority on those to get those taken care of, so people didn't lose their cruise. But I am getting back to everyone. I am almost through most of the emails, but they keep coming in. So hang in there. I will get back to you within the next day or so.
Jeff Witt, we have planned twice to cruise with Tony and Jenny, and each time has been canceled, believe it or not.
Yeah, the cruise.
So there
one
you have
day
it.
we'll get there. One day.
Shannon, you're welcome on that. Neil, we'll talk more about the steakhouse. All right, so we fly out on Friday afternoon. Okay, we get that. We had a little bit of a delay, so we got there a little bit later than we would have wanted to. I saw the question earlier. We took an Uber from Bush International Airport. That's the farther of the two. Houston Hobby is closer to Galveston. Bush is 15, 20 minutes
farther. If
farther.
you fly to Hobby, that's the better airport to fly into, the closer one, and it won't cost as much to get to the port. For us, though, the flight was so much cheaper to fly into the main airport in Houston, so that's why we flew in there.
Totally. So we got in, and the funny thing was the night before, we just happened to look at about 9 o'clock at night to see what the Uber prices were to go from the airport. And when we looked, it was like $170 or $180. We were like, oh my God, we need to bring extra money just to get a freaking ride. It's the longest ride out there. I don't know that there's a main airport farther away from a port than in Texas. But then when we got off of the plane, and I checked, and it was only like $74 for an Uber and $104 for a comfort Uber, where you had a little room. So we went with the comfort Uber. We took that route, a little cheaper than the taxi. The taxi is probably about $150, $160 standard fare back and forth.
We paid coming back. We ended up taking a taxi going back to the airport versus the Uber, because before we were getting off the ship, the Uber was only around $100 again. When we got off the ship and checked, it was $240 or something. It was crazy high. And so we're like, okay, forget that. We're just going to jump in a taxi and go, because we were already almost going to be late for our flight. We were just barely going to make it because we got off the ship late. The ship came in a little bit later. But then our flight was delayed too. So that's a whole nother story. Anyways, but so we just jumped in the taxi and went. Then after we were in the taxi for about 10 minutes, I don't know why, but Jamie decided to check the Uber again out of curiosity, I guess, and it was back down to $100.
Well, I think when I first looked, there were no vehicles available, and it was super high.
Yeah.
So.
But then it went back up too. Remember, you checked again.
It did. It goes back up based on availability.
$300 or something.
Well, you got to remember, most drivers are starting in the Houston area, the airport area, and stuff. They're going to Galveston and back. So the amount of people waiting in Galveston is pretty small compared to the people in town that are going back and forth. But that's a great lesson, is that if you get off a ship and you check Uber and there's no vehicles available,
maybe wait
10 or 15 minutes, you might save some money.
Hop in a taxi,
and we would have done that, but we were in such a hurry, and we were worried about our flights, and things were a little crazy.
We normally don't book flight. We usually wait till afternoon flights leaving ports, and especially in Texas in the wintertime, we wouldn't have booked a flight this early because of fog and things. But
yes,
it was the only flight they had unless we wanted to fly out later in the day, like late afternoon into the evening. And I knew I was going to want to just get home. And we figured we would just jump in a cab or something and go quick. Didn't even think about necessarily the ship being delayed because the weather wasn't too bad. But anyways, they had delayed our flight a couple hours anyway, so we actually made our flight. But
we made the first leg, but the second leg, we missed because of the delay. We didn't get into Salt Lake City until after that flight had left. So originally, then they wanted to put us on an 11 p.m. flight, and we're like, "Oh, there's got to be something earlier." Negative.
And we found there was a 5 o'clock flight, 5 p.m. or something. So we were able to get on that one, but they didn't have seats together. But we were able to trade and got our seats together. But we hopped on that flight and made it home. We were home, by what? 8, 7,
we did okay. Heidi Leskin, there was a happy hour on the ship, so keep an eye for that when you get on. Normally they do it in the casino, maybe in the Red Frog pub. Jack Hentz, the Carnival Transport buses. So I will just really quickly, if you're in these first couple of months, if you're taking a transport bus, give yourself a little time to get to the airport. They had some challenges. Now, obviously, the ship got it back into port, like Sharon was saying. Usually they're literally in port by about 6 a.m, and they're getting ready to tie up. This ship did not get back into the port till 8:30.
The evening before, they said there was some current issues, and then we were going to get back a little bit later.
Current, like water currents or something like that. Which I'm like, what? Water? All of a sudden there's water current issues that you're not aware of?
I mean, we sail as smooth as ever. Like, I don't know if there were really issues or if it was something else. That's what they told us anyway. So.
So, all right. So, was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So, so we got on the ship. We had 2 great sea days.
Well, hold on. You're blowing off the whole Harbor House and the dinner.
I forgot.
Cannot deny that dinner.
Oh my
wow,
God. Okay, we had an amazing dinner.
All right, so we got into town. So we got settled in at the Harbor House. We went in. We had made a reservation ahead of time for 6:30 at Willie G's. There's a lot of great restaurants there, right at the port. And a few people recommended it. There's Katie's. There's Fisherman's Wharf. I think there's another one down there that's close by. But we chose Willie G's, and there was a wait to get in, but we had a reservation, so we got seated right away, and we got to sit out on the balcony. It was a little warm, but it was just nice to be outside and had a great experience. Our server out there was Cody. She was a rock star, did an amazing job. The food was unbelievable.
It was really good.
We were blown away by our dining experience at Willie G's, so we couldn't recommend that place enough. It was fan-friggin-tastic. I might have been able to put my little machine in the air and get some shots. And then after dinner, we went back to the room and then started working a little bit on putting out the video from our pre-cruise and our travel day and the dinner and all that kind of stuff. And that's a funny story because I was having a little trouble working it with the laptop, and I was up till about 3 a.m. And then at 7 a.m, I had to go back out and get some more shots that just weren't working for me.
Wow, you didn't have to, but you insisted.
I had to do it for the vlog, Sharon. I had to do it for the vlog.
He wasn't going to rest till he got over that ship with his drone.
That's right. So anyway, then the next morning, we got up. There was a lot of excitement, and I went out, did this, finished up the video, got it up and running, and loaded and posted. And then the cool thing about this place is we literally walked from the hotel to the cruise terminal. It was. I don't think it was more than 10 minutes, was it?
No,
15 minutes.
Probably not even that long. Just walking straight there. I know it looked like it was going to start downpouring, so we walked pretty fast and got there.
So we get over to there and we walk into the port. We have the early check-in time, and there were a lot of folks that we saw in the cruise group that we're in that their check-in time was 10:30 to 11, but they had us separated as A01, A02, A03, up to we saw somebody that was A06. And so when we got there into the port, everything was smooth. Walked through, checked our bags, went through the X-ray, everything smooth as silk. Yeah. We got up, we checked in at the counter. Everything was good. We showed them our cards that we were vaccinated. That's all they needed. They made sure we did our health questionnaire online before the cruise.
Yeah, and that's where they ask you different things where, basically the stuff that if you're staying at a hotel sometimes too, if you been around anyone that's been sick, or you've been ill within the last 14 days, if you've traveled out of the country in the last 14 days, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You know, because if of course, if you answer yes to anything, then when you get there may be other additional health screenings. But, you know, we were good. We got on the ship, and I don't know, went on about our business. We were
did.
excited.
Good question. Sue said, how come the Platinum Diamond Suites had to wait? I'm not sure. I think they just weren't ready to start separating people into the traditional way. Now, as everything was smooth as silk as we got through the check-in process, then as we went to the area to wait, it was nuts. This area was packed. It was unorganized. It was chaotic. It was pretty wild. At one point, they had just finished doing a ribbon cutting with, I think, Christine Duffy. She spent a few hours there on the ship and in the area before she jetted back to Miami, and they did some of that, and then they started making announcements that were hard to hear, but it was very packed, and you know, no one was separated in any kind of group.
No,
it's just everyone who was in that
group,
early.
You just kind of went up there.
If you were in the early call, you were there.
Now they did put. Originally, they weren't going to do priority luggage tags, but they did come back and put priority, you know, the platinum and diamond on the luggage tags and the suite. So they did, or they were supposed to get their luggage. I don't know if everyone did. Supposed to get their luggage sooner than the others. But other than that, that's all they did at the beginning.
So, Sweetie, what's up?
I mean, we checked in online the day that we were. It became available. So
is your Amazon order here? Lucy's.
I don't have any Amazon orders right now.
Sure you don't.
I don't think
That's what
I do.
they all say.
So we got on pretty quick. We were some of the first on.
So they started calling people. So first they had first they had someone who was at sea, like the highest person with days at sea got on. Then I think they called the people that were in suites to get on next. Then they started calling, and I heard them say, and they said A01. And I'm like, Sharon, come on, that's us, that's us. So then we kind of made our way, snaked our way through the crowd. And next thing you know, we're probably one of the first, 30 people or so, 30 to 45 people onto the ship.
Yeah, let's
and
ask a few questions, because I think we're chatting too much and not getting the...
What? Me chat too much? Unbelievable. Sue, we don't know why they had to wait. That was just how they did it.
Grishanda loves cruising. That did you require masks the whole time on the cruise ship? No, actually, on the cruise ship itself, we did not have to wear masks at all. We had to wear them in the terminal, and then once you kind of went down the gangway and officially got on that ship, everyone took their masks off. The crew did have to wear them the whole time, but the guests did not. And then we did have to put them back on port days if you got off the ship. So each port we did have to wear them in as well. Depending on what you're doing in the port, if you're going to like an all-inclusive or the beach or something like that, you could take them off when you're in those areas. But if you had a regular excursion, most of them you did have to wear them, you know. So.
Yes. Let's see. Dylan Seaman said, Sharon, I'm so glad you're my TA and go-to for the business sometimes.
Well, Dylan, you're a TA now too.
Let's see. Matt Cushing said, it was so nice to meet you guys. Thank you so much, Matt. It was great to meet you as well. Hope that you, Matt, was, I think, he had that tall son.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. Yep, totally.
Yeah. When he walked up, I was like, oh, that reminds me of that Matthew.
Jeffrey Resendez, what's up, buddy? How you doing? We hope you have a great evening, too, and thanks for sharing those awesome photos that you're taking over there. Rob from Life with Favor said 170. We would have done it for 150. Thank you, Rob. We appreciate that. Do you recommend cruising out of Galveston? I recommend cruising out of anywhere, Shannon. Yeah. Yes, we had a good time in Galveston.
I mean, keep in mind, Galveston can be a little pricier and some things with like the transport there and things like that. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it
was awesome. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Julie Falker, Seafood Shack does charge extra, but it's very reasonable. You know, it's like an extra $5, $6, $10, $11 or something like that. So there you have it. All right, let me jump ahead a little bit.
I just saw a question.
I know, but that's very. I got to jump ahead because we're like 20 minutes behind in the chat.
But let's answer the questions.
Okay, what question do you want to answer?
Let's see. How much is an Uber from Hobby? Hobby is you're going to pay about half the price usually of Houston International. So everything, the prices that we told you, everything's about half that usually going in from Hobby.
And that's funny because Hobby's only about 15 minutes closer.
Yeah, it's about halfway or so. Let's see.
Hold on a second. Let's see.
I always,
We were right here. We were right here.
Someone said, I always use Carnival Transport buses at Galveston, $38. Yeah, that is an option if you're going to be by the airport the morning of your cruise. That is a cheaper way to go. But if you're going down to the port the night before, then that's not an option. So
There he is. There's the Cruise World. What is going on in the Cruise World? How you guys doing? We were talking about you earlier and how nice it was to meet you guys. And I can't believe you made me have that drink. Oh God, it was horrible. It was unbelievable. Let's see. I still see Nancy and Leanne is still out there. Leanne, I can't believe you're hanging in there. I know you're not feeling well. Your allergies are kicking your butt. Let's see. We always drive to Galveston, 6-hour drive from deep South Texas, the Rio Grande Valley.
It's always,
Willis.
it's always nice when you can drive to the port.
I know. That's why we can't wait for our next Long Beach, California port. Laura Bell Cabrera said, I have a cruise this September. I'm a first timer. Any advice? Go with an open mind and have minimum expectations for the first cruise, because things may not be everything that you heard it'll be until they get 6 months to a year of cruising under their belt.
Yeah. Just go with the flow. Enjoy yourself. You'll have a good time.
That is correct. That is so correct. So Tweety said, cheers, Jamie and Sharon. I'm looking forward to your vlogs. Wasn't able to keep up as I wanted while you were on board. Well, they will be there for you whenever you are ready. So Tweety, thank you so much for saying hi. We always appreciate it. JP Travel Adventures, no big wins at the casino.
No wins at all.
Okay, Sharon. Do you really have to rub it in like that? The pain is already there. The casino was not my friend this trip.
It wasn't my friend either.
I
didn't
haven't had any luck on the
but
casinos in these newer ships. Usually they do better on a little bit older ship. I'm not sure. Brandon Harold said you should have done the 11 p.m. flight and gone and got some drinks with me or something. Brandon, thank you so much. If we would have thought of that, we should have thought Brandon.
That's right. He's in
Salt Lake City. Boom, we could have hooked up.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, now we know for next time.
Yeah.
Now we know. But
if we fly Delta again, we'll probably go through there. We flew Delta home, so
yes,
and American there. So now we know. That's one of the things.
That's right. I think you answered that for Krishanda about the mask. No mask on the ship. I spent 5 minutes on the crap table, Michael. It was so packed, I could barely even get into the damn thing. It was unbelievable. People, as much as people were eager to cruise, they were eager to gamble on the cruise. The casino was very, very busy. A lot of people
had a lot of onboard credit too from all these cancellations. So people weren't shy about spending it on gambling. I think a lot of people were gambling.
Oh, you are so right, Sharon. I'm feeling a little wound up. I feel like I need to calm down. I feel like I need just 45 seconds of some quick zen. Do you guys need a little 40?
Oh my God.
Listen, I just need.
They're probably like already.
I just need. I'm hyperventilating. Hold on. I just need a quick moment of zen. Okay, I feel better now. I had to take that moment to calm down a little bit, and just relax a little, catch my breath. I've been so excited this entire stream.
Blue in your glasses now.
You can a little bit. Tim Sanchez, thank you so much for the super chat. That is amazing. So thank you for the videos. It is our pleasure. We love making them, and that's one thing that we had a few people on the cruise ask us as we're chatting with them, because every time you see us, there's a camera in hand, because you never know when you're gonna need it. And they're like, doesn't that take away from your cruise experience? And I remind them that, we've been recording our cruises, since Matthew was this big.
Since we started cruising.
Yes, we have video. Since we started cruising, back with the JVC camcorder and the Sony Handycam and then the whole 9 yards. So, we've always done it. so it's something that we're used to, and I've always talked over most of them. Yeah. Now I try to talk less because I annoy people.
Yeah, we just did a little differently. Like before, we would talk about things more, I guess, for the family, or do fun things on the camera, things like memories and things like that. Now we try to give a little more information with it and things like that. So we do it a little different, but you've always had the camera.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Michael said, "How was the chocolate eruption?" Which one? We had a total curveball because you were so geeked up for the chocolate eruption.
I was.
And then the gal at the restaurant turned you on to the chocolate Riviera.
Something like that.
Something of that nature. Anyway, and it was very much like a chocolate melting cake.
Well, you know what though? We ate the chocolate eruption at the restaurant. Then we took the other one back to the hotel with us since we knew we had a fridge. Because it was more like a cream cheesy cake type of a thing. And so I when we got back there, I tasted it. I took a couple bites and I put the rest in the fridge. And I was like, oh, I'll have this in the morning with my coffee, because there wasn't really anywhere really close for breakfast unless you wanted to walk to the restaurant and then come back.
What was that? Did you just win at the casino, Sharon? What the heck was that sound?
Anyway.
Won.
So
jackpot.
So anyway, and then the next morning, I don't know, we got in a hurry and I totally forgot to eat it. I was mad at myself later.
Unbelievable.
It was good though. It was good.
Unbelievable. Someone said, "Oh my God, this is fabulous." That was a great shot from as we were tendering or water shuttling in to Belize. As a matter of fact, it's always pretty neat. And for a lot of people who have, if you've not gone to a tender port, it is a pretty neat deal. It's very, very cool. Tess Almond, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you both for all you do and your great info. I'm beyond excited about September on the Mardi Gras, mostly because it'll have been 20 months since I cruised, but also because I'm cruising with the SASC crew and on this fabulous new ship. Hugs. Thank you. Very sweet of you. You are so nice. Thank you for the support of the channel. We appreciate that. Yeah. Yes, people were digging that shot. That was a very nice video.
Yeah. So well, let's talk a little bit about like the ship. I know we had different questions pop up before, like just things going on the ship. I'm trying to remember what some of them were. I know a lot of things were about the self-serve buffet. Yes. It was self-service, which we were surprised at. We got on and everything was self-service. The drink stations, the ice cream, the self-serve ice cream. The buffet was all self-serve, but it wasn't ever really, I didn't feel that bad. It wasn't really crowded. Like, it's not like every time we went up and got in line, we were at the front of the line, like to go right through the line. We never had to wait with 10 people back or the long lines that you normally do.
That's what Judge Reyes said. How many people were on the ship? Yeah. What was the count?
I heard it was like 2940, I think, or something.
It holds 3,900 and change. It was double occupancy.
It was at about 72% capacity, is what I was told.
Yes, as far as passengers go.
But so the buffet, some people were kind of freaked out over, everyone touching the utensils and things. It didn't seem that bad, really. And everyone used the hand sanitizer, or you were supposed to anyways, before you went through and things. So everyone was, clean and things like that. Another question I got several times was, because of that, is people would ask me if they went back to the packet butters in the buffet versus.
Oh my God! Will you leave the butter alone?
I know. Every time
you're unbelievable.
Every time I was telling Jamie about that, he's like, "That's no big deal." I was like, "Yeah, but I've got so many questions on that."
You guys remember?
I was like, "It's crazy."
Do you remember the big cruise butter debate of 2017? I think is when it was.
Anyways,
when they got rid of the butter packets and went to just scooping butter for, I don't know, some crazy reason. Yeah. Maybe it's cheaper.
So they do still have
this one with the butter.
And the big thing. And the first time we went through the buffet, they had the one knife in there that everyone was kind of using. But then every time after that, there was a whole thing of knives there, so you could take a different knife out and use it.
Yes.
But they do have the big thing of butter there. Again, they do not have the little packet.
Well, we learned from Faber over Life of Faber that a fresh knife and the butter is a very important feature.
Well, yeah,
you do not want to cross-contaminate.
Well, but that's still not good, even a fresh knife, because people could have put something back in there.
You're right about that.
And some people can't have that.
Use a fresh knife. hit your bread and then leave it to the side and let another fresh knife come in. That's how we like our butter here, people. You were so, oh my God. Sharon would not shut up about the butter on the cruise. Every 5 minutes, I gotta make sure I get a video of some of that butter. Will you leave the butter alone?
I must have got 8 or 10 messages about butter, and I have no idea why. Everyone seemed to be obsessed with the butter
thing
on the buffet. And so I was like, I got to remember to say something because so many people asked about it.
Nikita Lewis, thank you. She said we looked great in the pool in Cancun. We enjoyed that. We enjoyed the heck out of that.
Cancun.
Or no, she said Cancun. I think she means Cozumel.
Oh, okay.
I think you mean Cozumel. I wasn't even thinking.
Cancun, Cozumel. It's all kind of the same, right?
It's all in the same area there. Yes, that place. Okay, well, hold on. I know you want to go kind of like port by port, right?
That's okay. We can talk about.
Okay, so let's talk. So Cozumel, for the first time ever, we went to Nachi Kokom instead of some of the other places, and I think the main reason was because it was just the two of us, and they're a little less of a fun. It's not so kid oriented.
It's not the party, and it doesn't have the big party vibe.
It's very mellow, very chill.
I think they have new music normally, but when we went, the music was very subtle, and it was off to where some of the tables were, where you come in. So where we were laying by the pool, you really couldn't hear the music. But I was telling Jamie when we were there, like, I am enjoying just relaxing, and we had the palm trees kind of right over us, swaying with the breeze, and you could just hear them, and it was like so relaxing, and that's kind of really what we needed, I think, at that.
Oh my God, you were so right. Oh, by the way, Lady Joy, Lady Joy said 520 watching and 287 likes. I'm not good at math, that doesn't add up. If you guys are enjoying the video, number one, if you haven't done it yet and you're here just checking us out, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. That always means a lot to us, and it's very easy. You just press the button and boom, you're done. You're subscribed. And then if you want to make sure you know when more content or the live stream comes out, hit the notification bell. Hit the like button if you're having a good time. We appreciate that too. It always looks good if you can get a chunk of likes to go with your video. So we thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes, the Nachi Kokom. As we got there, the funny thing was, as we got there, they gave us a server. Like, the server takes you and he goes, "Come on with me, guys." And we're like, "Okay, we're following you." And he starts to take us down to the beach.
Well, I think a lot of people want to go to the beach.
A lot of people are on the beach, and there's no one at the pool. There's 0 people at the pool yet. And Sharon and I are like, hang on there, young man. We want to go up there.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, okay." So, and then once he sat us, we realized, oops, we were going to be his table. He was going to be our guy. But now that we went to the pool, he called over a different guy to take care of us.
Yeah.
Manuel take good care of us. So we're sorry, dude, who we didn't go to the beach with, but we just weren't down with the beach. But we got great chairs, and we hung at that pool. I took a walk just to get a little video and some stuff like that. But we were there the whole time, and it was great, and they took great care of us. The service was good. We had a little moment of some rain, and that was a little wild. We were like, "Oh my God."
It wasn't bad, though. And the pool water was perfect. It wasn't really cold. It wasn't hot. It was just perfect.
That's right.
And so we had a great day. The food was really good there.
And we saw the Garcias there, so that was super cool.
Yeah.
Joe and Elisa, so that was awesome. We got to see them.
Yeah, the drinks were good. The food was good. We had an awesome
Service
day
was
there.
on fire. It was great.
Yeah. I would love to go back there again. In fact, one day we will go back there again. We just probably not the next 2 times we go there because we have other plans already. But yeah, I would love to go back there again.
That is right. We're going to be back there in September again, right?
Not at Nachi.
I know, but we're going to be back to Cozumel.
Yeah.
And so
we will be going. We haven't put it out for sure yet. I don't think on the group. Oh yeah, I did mention something.
Okay.
But we're gonna be doing a group thing at Mr. Sancho's.
I think we're going Sancho's, baby, in September. If you're on the September 4 group cruise, we're going Mr. Sancho's. It's going to be a party, and it's the easiest thing for many people to book. So the nice thing is there, you just drop $5. You secure your space. You pay the difference when you get there.
Yeah, and we didn't even think about Nachi Kokom, but they limit the amount of people, and we were afraid there wouldn't be enough time for everyone to book, and they might be sold out, and then someone would be left out. So we went with Mr. Sancho's because, we know the availability. Availability is there.
The Spikers, what's up, Spikers Crazy Adventures? They said, weird, I gave a thumbs up when the show started. Just look now, and it showed no thumbs up from us. Check your thumbs up, people. Excellent insight on the thumbs up dilemma. Thank you so much, Spiker. We appreciate that. Let's see. Kevin Brubaker said, I went on one of those boats that takes you from the ship to the shore. It was rough out. It wasn't a tender. You were a little bit nervous about that because you get a little,
Yeah, well, when we were standing in line to get off in Belize, okay, so, well, let's backtrack since we talked about Cozumel. Let's talk about Belize and then road.
We're going in reverse, but really quick, Ashley Forge, we quite often book our trips individual, one way and one way. That's why
the flight?
Yeah, Ashley says better to book a round trip or individual flights.
It doesn't really matter these days. Years ago, if you booked a round trip, it would save you money a little bit. Now it really doesn't because they just take both flights and put them together. So we'll look going both ways on different airlines, and we'll take it may be cheaper going one way on one airline and cheaper returning on a different airline. So we do them separately.
And also the times that we want to get on that plane, we go with whatever's most convenient for us. Yeah. Try to find a nonstop if we can, that kind of thing.
You know, if we have points on certain airlines, we may do one of them one way and different points for another, or pay for the other one and stuff. So we're flexible that way, and we just go with whatever is the cheapest way.
That's right. Michael, yes, because it was, I think, because there was a lesser capacity and things just went. There were no lines. I mean, there wasn't even a line when I got pizza, and that was shocking.
Yeah,
that was shocking.
Yeah. Guy's Burger really didn't have a line. There was maybe 2 or 3 people. Sometimes that's it.
Mark O'Connor said, a great question. Sharon and Jamie, did your cruise have the feel of cruising before, or did it feel post-pandemic?
You know, it had a little of both. It felt like a normal cruise in most cases, but the only reason I would say post-pandemic is maybe because a little bit of the Wi-Fi issues, but mainly the service. The service in the dining room the first couple of nights especially was really slow, like extremely slow, slower than you've ever had on an embarkation day.
It was. They were certainly having some growing pains in getting back up to speed with a ship, even though it was 75% or so. They still have growing pains. It's not something we weren't expecting. And if you're cruising in the next month or two, you should expect a little bit of it too, because they're ramping up from taking care of each other to taking care of all the guests, and it's a big difference. And but the people were so friendly, nice, and everything. And that was so great.
I don't think the people some of them were as familiar with the ship. I know they've been on there a little while, getting ready to cruise, but we had some of the guys walk us to a couple different ones, walk us to our table in the main dining room, and they looked at the table number and they walked, and they had to kind of look down at the other table numbers and figure out, let's see,
they're remembering where the table
where that number is. Like they weren't familiar with the whole dining room setup and where the table numbers were. So things just weren't as smooth that way, that they normally would be. But it wasn't anything that really messed up our cruise or we were fine.
Amanda Graves, we're so sorry to hear of your dog passing, and the fact that our videos helped you get through it is extremely nice of you to say.
I'm sorry, Amanda.
That's right. Aww. We are terribly sorry to hear that. Let's see. Kate Kraus said our Bermuda cruise is booked solid for October. It certainly is. It certainly is.
It is.
Talking about the new paint job on the Magic looks amazing. It sure does.
It does.
Now we're all thinking about butter. Sorry about that, Nancy. I know I put butter in everybody's head. Okay,
Jamie was going crazy because I would get messages and I would say something about, I got to remember to take a picture of that butter to show people, and he would play like, stop it with the butter.
Oh my God, it was so annoying. Unbelievable. All right, so Cozumel was fantastic. Really quick, Belize. So you saw the video. We tendered in, we tendered out, or shuttled in and shuttled out. We didn't have any plans for Belize. We just got off. All we wanted to do is see what's going on in the port. Now we're here to tell you this.
We looked at independent excursions. You did have to have a gold standard one. We did not see any that really interest us that much. The cruise line had very minimal excursions available, and none of them that we sounded interesting to us that we wanted to do. And so that's why we decided, let's just get off, hang out in the port, and see what's going on. And get back on the ship.
So here's what we found out about the port. Number one, many of the shops still not open.
Pandora's not open.
Oh
I was so excited when we came in. I was like, there's a Pandora store.
I'm looking at a Pandora store, and there's a gray garage door gate closed.
And he's like, it's closed. And I was like, I don't know. Let me see.
There's Pandora. I hope I can go in there again. I'm like, it's closed. And she's like, look at that. It's like
I'm gonna see if it's open. I mean, I was walking around every time like it's got to be open.
I felt like the parent. You know how like if a little kid finds a frog and he puts it in a shoebox. and the kid's looking at the frog, and the kid's sitting there going, "Oh, my frog is just asleep. It's just asleep. He's gonna wake up and start jumping." And the parents going, "I don't know. The frog doesn't look like he's gonna get up." It was the same thing going on with the Pandora place. Sharon's looking at the Pandora, excited to shop there, and I'm just looking at her saying, "It's not open. That's a garage door. I don't think it's open." So all the shops are open. There's one big garage door right in the Pandora.
Well,
so,
I wanted to
so
be
it wasn't.
positive,
So
so I
you,
actually
you,
got
I know you were
off the
devastated.
ship and
Like it was your little frog that wouldn't wake up and jump.
Oh my
But another thing, one person we heard from somebody else that they only found out, like they only totally confirmed in Belize that we would be there
Like
a
the
few
day or
days
two
early.
before, yeah.
So that was weird. And we went to the which one? The lizard, the wet lizard, the lazy lizard. Which lizard was it? Somebody help me out.
The wet lizard.
All right, we went to the wet lizard in the port, and they were talking on Facebook. They were excited to open, and mind you, we were literally the first cruise ship back in Belize. I don't think another ship had been there yet. Definitely the first Carnival, and I think we were the first cruise ship back. And when we got there, we ordered a few things. And I think you saw in one of the shorts, Sharon got herself a small margarita, so that was amazing.
That margarita, I will say the margarita at the Wet Lizard was so good. It was really, really
was good.
And you get to bring the souvenir cup home, and I did bring it back, but unfortunately it didn't make the luggage. It was one of the things that got cut from the luggage when we repacked to come home. It just wouldn't fit.
Yes.
So we had to leave it.
Well, I knew we might be in trouble when the service took a minute to get service in the lizard, the wet lizard. And then when she comes over with the menu, she goes, "Just so you know, the things that we don't have right now that are on the menu are conch and shrimp." Well, conch and shrimp is about 50% of the entire menu. So we're like, okay, I'm screwed over because I'm thinking conch, shrimp. I'm all over some local flair, some local port flavor and all that. So that was a bummer. So Sharon got some chips and salsa. And I looked at the menu and I said, well, let me get these. They had something called the Belizean meat pie. And I'm like, okay, that sounds good. It's a local favorite.
Thing, yeah.
Like, yes, that'll be great for the video and all that. And about 3 minutes later, she comes back and goes, "I'm sorry, we're out of the meat pie." And I'm like,
what do you have?
what? So, but it was obvious that they you know, they don't know, they're not even going to be open for a number of other days. So they probably brought in the bare amount of food that they could get their hands on, not knowing what would go bad. And they don't want to waste any of it because of the financial aspect and all that.
And they're not expecting
they ran out of
another
food.
ship in until the following, I think it was Tuesday we were in there, or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the following week, because right now the Vista is the only ship, I think, for the next month that has a stop there. So, I mean, that'll pick up, and probably into August it'll get better. But being the first ship back, you know, things were very, very limited. Not a lot of stores open. There was plenty of souvenir shops open, though, if you wanted to pick up souvenirs and things like that. But a lot of places were closed.
There you go. Sig Cruiser said, MDR has always been slow, especially for a solo cruiser, because I'm not talking to anyone.
Aw.
I do mostly especially dining. Yeah, I can imagine that. But I'll tell you, we have always, our last couple of cruises, our main dining room service has been unbelievable on every ship we've been in. Better than almost any other place on the ship. We've been lucky.
Yeah.
We've had some great servers, but I'm not kidding.
But we kind of knew who they were, and I think that made the difference too. But yeah, typically embarkation night, especially on ships, is always a little slower, I think.
There you go. Alfred Inglesby, here's another question. Okay, so how was Kendall Fire? How was Kendall? The question right now, guys, to us, in front of all of you, 486 people, many, many fans of Carnival, how was Kendall Fire? We have recently cruised with Cookie, the cruise director. Our favorite cruise director is Mike Pack. We cruised with Emma Pack on the Panorama.
Good too.
These are some pretty top-level cruise directors that we have thought very highly of in the past.
And some others we've cruised with. Dr. E several times on the Magic.
Dr. E, yes.
Who was the other one? I'm trying to think of.
I don't know, but let me just add Beth on Doug Olinger really quick while we're here, please.
Oh. Where are they?
I
Hi,
see.
Beth and Doug.
Let's see. Richard, I don't think anyone's actually met Mr. Sancho. I think Mr. Sancho is the donkey.
Oh my God.
Donkey on the front of the building. All right, so we had Kendall Fire. So we knew nothing about Kendall Fire before we got on the ship. We saw a couple of videos, a TikTok here, there,
She looks
couple
fun,
things on Facebook.
and we've heard some good things about her from other people.
Yes.
And I can't say anything bad about her. She's a good cruise director, but she's not one, I think, for us saying like, oh, I want to go on a cruise that Kindle Fire's on again. Like we can say that about Cookie or Mike Pack or but we don't have that same feeling with that. She was a good cruise director, and it's kind of like that's where it ends, I guess. She was good, but nothing over the top. And part of that could have been age related. She was a little younger. Maybe she some of the younger crowd might have liked her more. I don't know. I'm not really sure why, but she was good. But I can't say she was our favorite. Would be one of our favorites. I
Well,
know.
you're really telling the line on that one, aren't you, Sharon?
That's it.
Woo, wow, you really walked the tightrope there.
I know, but she was.
I'm going to call you the Flying Walenda.
But she was a good cruise director, and I can't say anything really bad about it. There wasn't anything
Are you
bad,
saying the Kindle Fire didn't light your fire?
but there just wasn't anything that stood out, that made us say like we want to cruise with her again. That's all.
Daryl Byther, thank you so much for the super chat. Extremely generous of you.
Thank
We
you,
thank you
Daryl.
for the support. That is amazing of you.
I like the little super sticker.
Yes, I will tell you this. I think so. Let me see if I can explain a little better. So, 4th of July we were on the ship. Okay, we got on the ship on the 3rd. The next day was the 4th of July, and they did have a 4th of July deck party.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a few flags out and a few things, and the big screen was saying 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
But I must be quite frank and tell you that we were disappointed that nothing about the deck party had anything to do with 4th of July. There wasn't any talk of 4th of July, except maybe just mentioning it by chance that it's 4th of July. No music. There was nothing. It was just your standard. We're going to do this dance. We're going to do this dance. We're going to do the chicken dance. We're going to do the Macarena. We're going to do all the basics.
Yeah.
So we weren't blown away by it. Now, also, I will say this, to give this person total credit, is that 5 weeks ago, Kendall Fire was sitting at home doing who knows what.
Yeah.
Worrying about the pandemic and probably doing some classes. I don't know. She's a young gal. And seemed like she had a great personality. We saw her in a lot of places. She said hi a few times, and that was cool. So maybe it's hard to get all these people together and put this routine back into place. But there were just a few things were just a little more generic, and I would have liked to seen her really just take something and make it her own, and do something a little off of the beaten path. And that's just what we've been used to. And maybe we're a little spoiled because the cruise was very normal. It wasn't like it. We didn't feel like it was a post-pandemic cruise in almost all instances. There was so much, besides seeing the crew in a mask, which we got used to quickly. Otherwise, we're not wearing masks. There's no social distancing. We're serving ourselves. The ice cream thing was on. Everything, we're sitting in groups of whoever we want for dinner. There's no restrictions, basically. And so I think that's how it all boiled down. So I know you definitely walked the tight rope wire with your Kendall Fire description.
I was just saying she was great. We liked her, but I'm just not saying there's nothing that stood like boom, we got a cruise to again. And you missed some questions up there. There were several questions.
Hold on, we're at. I don't want to get too far behind.
Well,
We're like 10 minutes behind.
But let's answer the question.
Oh, that was it. So that's the one that I just answered.
No, it was up more.
Okay.
Someone
What was it?
asked. Keith Williams, are you a fan of reduced capacity, and who do you use for travel insurance? Well, we do like the reduced capacity. It's always great to have less people on to an extent, I guess. So you don't have to wait in long lines. Travel insurance, if you're going outside of the cruise line, I would recommend Travel Guard. Outside.
Daniel Field says, was your room immediately ready considering there was no cruise? It was. They weren't promoting it so much, but it was ready when we got there.
They did announce that you could go immediately to your room.
They did. Well, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I do.
They did? You sure?
Yeah, that's why we went right to our room after.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure though?
I am
Are you totally sure?
positive. I am. Daniel, yes, we could go right to our room.
Okay, so there you
Don't
go.
listen to Jamie.
Daniel, we went to our room. Regardless of whether we could or not, that's what we did.
And it was ready for us. Our luggage mat was laid out on the bed. It was ready
Oh my
for
God.
us.
I wanted to take that luggage mat so bad. I love that luggage
my
mat.
God.
The luggage mat was so clean. It was like fresh and brand new luggage mat. It was fantastic.
Probably was.
A B-Stain677, when we were in Roatan, we had a private driver. We went in, into an out-of-the-way restaurant. A van full of carnival people pulled up. They couldn't stop cracking up about being T-boned by another vehicle. Oh my God, that is horrible. All right, so hold on. So hold on, but we didn't wrap up Belize, did we?
Okay, let's talk about Belize really
Okay,
quick.
so we go into the restaurant. We got our drink, we got our snack, we got our food, and after that, we walked around a little bit more. We took some photos, and we were just kind of like, okay, we're done here in Belize. But you could tell that they weren't quite ready for people. They weren't full blown up and running. And we look forward to being back there again. And as a matter of fact, you were contacted by someone from Belize to do a little interview deal or something like that. Were you not?
Yeah.
Am I speaking out of turn there?
No, the Daily News online in Belize. There'll be a news thing coming out maybe later this week. I'm not sure. We'll link it in the cruise crew. But yeah, we'll be talking all about our trip to Belize and going through a lot of questions with them. So we'll let you know when that is,
there you go.
Airs.
Shane Nordgren, thank you so much. So glad you're back and had a good time. Enjoyed watching the vlog. Very nice of you. We appreciate that. And thank you so much for the super chat, Shane.
Thank you, Shane.
Very, very cool of you. Were there any parties? I'm going to message our cruise director for September in about a month. Hopefully we'll be doing the White 80s and Quest. So the 80s dance party was on the main deck, not in the atrium.
Uh-huh. They did have a white night too, but it was outside on the Lido deck instead of indoors. So we were told originally they weren't going to do those parties, but I think maybe they just decided to do them on the Lido deck instead of by the atrium. But I think that depends on the ship too, because in the past we've had those parties out on the Lido deck, but I know on the Horizon, I think when we were on the Horizon, they did them in the atrium. So I think it really just depends on the ship.
I love when they do them in the atrium because that place is so packed and all 3 levels are packed and it's so loud and it's so pretty awesome.
I miss, well, they stopped doing this before the pandemic, but I really miss on White Night and also the last night where they dropped all the balloons, and then on White Night, the white balloons. I miss the balloon droppings.
But there was no quest. There was no quest. And Tess, believe it or not, I am not down with the quest. It does nothing for me. I'm not a quest person. I don't even watch the quest.
And I don't know. My September quest may be back, but I don't know for sure. It may not. There's going to be so much on the Mardi Gras. They may not do quest. I don't know.
Let's see. Were the tables for 6 or 8? Yeah, there were. We saw tables of 6, 8, 10. We saw full tables. There was no restrictions there. When will people be able to freely travel again? I think they're doing it.
Yeah, travel is opening up more and more. There's a few areas, different countries that it's limited, but things are opening up.
That's right. Riding with Larry, we see you out there. What's going on, Larry and Diane Brandhorst? How are you guys? We hope you're doing well, and we cannot wait to see you guys and hang out with you in a few short. I mean, it's almost like weeks now, right?
I know.
What's it, like 6 weeks away, seeing those guys? Oh, my gosh.
And everyone,
oh my gosh.
All the plans for all of our activities for the Mardi Gras group cruise are all going to be coming out later this week. So keep on checking the Facebook group there. And I posted a few things for excursions in Roatan, where if anyone's interested, we're going to be doing an excursion with Real Deal Roatan Tours. We're working out something where we can incorporate maybe 3 different things that you guys can do. You can pick one of them or maybe a combo of 2. Yes. And then we're going to go around to each excursion and meet everyone for part of your excursion. And so we'll be there like with everyone, but everyone will get to do what they want to do and not have to just do one thing.
Wow.
So
I'm excited to see you coordinate.
I know. We got a whole plan.
I am excited to see you coordinate.
I'm going to be working with Johan at Real Deal Roatan Tours. We're going to set that up. And if it works out, because this is a little bit of a smaller group cruise, if it works out, then we're going to do a similar thing in a bigger way for the Celebration Cruise.
That's right.
So
that is right. Are there any rooms available for the Blogger Cruise 2023? Jamie Wilhite says she's ready to go.
There is, and I still have some rooms at the group rate right now through the middle of August, I believe. And then they will be gone, and I may be able to get more, but I may not. It just depends. I had some people inquire about the Iceland group cruise and the Prima group cruise today, and I went to get more cabins, and I could not. Both ships were way too limited right now.
Wow.
So I could only book people at the going rate and then pull them into the group. I can't hold anymore for those. So things are booking up now. So
Dylan Seaman, thank you so much again for that super chat. Vegas soon, baby. Vegas soon.
That's another thing.
Super excited about that.
So much going on.
You've already questioned. You had previously said Vista wasn't one of your best cruises. Was this time better for you? Were you just so excited anything would have worked because you were on a cruise? Michelle Staten,
it was. We were just excited to be there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it was. I would say it's about the same. I guess the Vista. Vista is just not our favorite ship. We love the Horizon, which is the same class of ships, but for some reason, the Horizon just seems so much different than the Vista, even though they're the same class. It's not one of our favorite ships, but we had a great time and we were so excited to be there. And it's not that it's a bad ship; it's a great ship. It's just, I don't know. There's people always have their favorite ships for whatever reason, and the Breeze is just my favorite ship.
The ship show said, "Keep digging, Sharon. Keep digging." He said you were digging. You were digging in there.
I know. No, I can't say any ship's a bad ship. So,
Stephen Hayes is going to Amber Cove in November on the Magic. Any ideas what to do there? Guess it depends on what's open. One thing you could tell him not to do is take an ATV excursion.
Well,
isn't that the one where you crash your ATV?
That was outside of the cruise line. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Just check the brakes first. Just check the brakes.
There's a lot of things to do there, I guess, depending on what's open. There's different tours. You can just stay. They have a great area right there at the port. You can hang out in the pool with a little zip line that goes over and things like that. So, I'm not sure. I'd have to look more to see what's actually open right now there.
There you go. That's okay, Jamie. She was in denial. That's funny. Alexa Payne, you can say hi to Matthew, and we'll pass it on to him for sure.
Yeah, here, let me. Okay, yeah, I'll show him in the chat after the show.
What?
Say hi to Matthew.
Oh yes. Okay. Excellent. A few comments. Some folks have said, "Hey, Kindle Fire did a great job," but I don't. Maybe we're just older. Maybe we're older, and it takes someone who's a little older. I don't really know, but it's just one of those things. Sometimes you click. Some folks are mentioning, the Flying Scotsman. Yeah. I would be curious to hear what I don't know if they mentioned already, but I think I saw the Cruise World in here. I saw Rob from Life with Favor and Favor's probably there.
I think they said they like Simon. And that's just people kind of just for whatever reason kind of click with certain cruise directors and they just like them, and others they just don't. So, and there's nothing good or bad about it. Like I said, Kindle Fire was energetic, young, fun. And I can't say anything bad about her. I'm just saying it wasn't, nothing popped out at me.
Chef,
we just
I feel terrible now. Chef Mix says, couldn't agree with you more. We had Kendall last year. We weren't fans. All the deck parties had the same feel. So the cruise were, all right, cruise world. There it is. Mark, thank you very much.
That's what it is. The deck parties were, the same.
And Mark,
that might be it.
And first off, and Mark would know because he was right down there in the mix. Yeah. He was right. If you guys want to see some up close look at the deck parties,
personal.
Yeah, really up close and personal. Like if you want to see no tears in the fun squad type of stuff, go watch. Make sure that you tune in the Cruise World and go check him out and those guys.
Yeah,
and of course, Life with Favor too. A lot of videos coming out from the cruise ship. A lot of them are going to be coming out, and I think the funniest thing is
that's totally it. That's exactly probably it, and I just didn't realize it as the deck part. Everything seemed kind of the same.
Yes.
And that nothing really jumped out at you. Yeah. Like that's what it was. I think.
I would say this. I think I have the greatest thing to wrap it up, if I may be so bold. I think I can package this whole Kindle Fire debate. If this was your first, second, third cruise, and Kindle Fire is your cruise director, I think she's kick-ass. And you're like, that gal was fun and lively and had me hopping and dancing on the dance floor and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think if you're on your if you're on your 30th Carnival cruise, like somebody here is, then you've seen a lot and you've seen how everyone's a little different. And then maybe you're better equipped to have a favorite or have someone stand out more than others. And I think after cruising back on our group cruise with Cookie, who was literally hanging out and chatting with us over and over and over again and having that kind of interaction.
Cookie was
then I think you get spoiled. So we may have been spoiled, and that may be where our opinion comes from.
Now, we like Cookie and we like Mike Pack, and they're kind of different. They're both fun, but Mike Pack has a whole different vibe than Cookie. But we love both of them. So I don't know.
Yep.
It's just certain people kind of jive with certain people.
That's right. Because I feel terrible. Because now if Kendall Fire watches the video and goes, "You guys are jerks," we no, we loved your energy. Was amazing. You were sweet. You were nice. You were everything. And we're just being. I don't know what to tell you. People ask questions, we answer them. I'm sorry, Kendall.
I just saw something.
What are you? Whoa! Were you grabbing the mouse?
I just saw something. Oh, Brandon Harrelson said.
Guys, you're on your own now. You're on your own.
And he enjoyed her, but he's younger. He said too.
Who said that?
Brandon Harrelson.
Oh, all right. Well, Brandon, yes. I mean, she's cute as a button. I mean, come on. If it was based on looks, then she was way cuter than Cookie was. I'm sorry, Cookie. I'm just being honest. Emma Pack was awesome. Said Anna.
Yeah.
Valerio. Kevin Brubaker. Wanda Perlman is not authorized to be on any cruises with us. Rob from Life with Favor said Kendall Fire was okay. Nothing great, but not horrible. All right. Well, there you go.
That's what I thought.
So there's the so besides us, the Cruise World and Life with Favor chimed in, both season cruisers with lots and lots of hours and lots of cruise days on the books. And there you go. Lee Mason's top notch in Beth Ellinger's book. There you go.
Yeah, he's really nice.
There you have it.
We've never cruised with him, but I've interacted with him a little bit. He's in one of the Facebook groups we have. So, and he seems really nice.
Yeah, people are raving about Matt Mitchum, but hashtag he gone. He's gone.
Yeah, he's doing shore cruises now out of Cancun.
Yes, he is. I bet he comes back.
Yeah.
I bet he comes back.
I don't know how well a shore cruise
Thomas, we had one housekeeping service today, but I think we could have chosen two.
We could have.
But we didn't need it because it was just the two of us.
Yeah, so we normally do two, but we just went with one this time.
Mm-hmm. Ashley Schwartz, you don't always know what parties are on your cruise, but if you follow like John Heald on Facebook, he might talk about it a little bit. And traditionally, most of these cruises have the same parties. Also, join a Facebook group for your cruise, and you may have some people that are really familiar or in tune with what's going on or have access to information that they share in the group as well.
Because, also, if you can get a hold of although I don't know, coming up with cruises being a little different, and there's a lot of different itineraries, but in the past, you could get old fun times and look at those from a few cruises back, and they would, have the same things going on, the same nights and the same times and things.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Oh, God, so your insight is amazing. Disney Matt, your favorite thing about the NCL Encore? Everything. Everything.
Food, I like the Beatles.
Food,
I like the Beatles show. The Beatles show.
The Beatles. I was a little rough for that show. I'm not gonna lie.
The one show we really liked, the Choir of Man.
Choir of Man was unbelievable.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. Kinky Boots. I'm gonna take that or leave it.
Yeah.
More so leave it. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Beautiful ship, and I can't really say any. I don't think there was any.
Party on the Sea said, "Wow, the vista was so different from the horizon."
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
So here we are. So here we are talking about the vista, but let's remind of this. We're gonna be on the vista again in 6 months.
You know what though? Just saying that. The Breeze, the Magic, and the Dream are all the same ship, basically, the same class of ships.
Yes.
And I love the Breeze. It's my favorite ship. I love the Magic. It's like right up there almost with that. Mm-hmm. The Dream, kind of like the Vista, like the Dream. It's like, I don't really care if I ever go on the Dream again. So, like, I wasn't a fan really of the Dream. So, it's weird. It can be the same ship, and for some reason, you like some better than the other.
That's right. Rhonda Carney said, so did you like the Vista better this time around? I'm going to say yes.
Well, maybe.
I'd say yes. You say the same?
I'm going to say the same because before, I think one of the things was we got sick at the end. We didn't get sick this time.
That's a key ingredient right there. Key ingredient. Rich P, what's up? Says, sorry I'm late. I was watching old Bob Barker Price is Right videos.
Oh,
How dare you? How dare you, Rich?
Oh, I used to love the Price is Right.
Telling us that Bob Barker reruns take precedent over Sharon.
I remember multiple times having tickets to go to the Price is Right show years ago, and I never made it there, but I always wanted
B. Satan said he was ready to. He said the quest on Royal Caribbean was so good he was ready to pull his pants down on stage in front of the cruise director.
Wow.
During this cruise.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a little bit wacky. When's your next planned vacation? Said So Tweety.
Oh.
Great question.
You know
the next one that's planned fully
is September 4th on the Mardi Gras.
Well, in 2 weeks we're going camping. Sharon doesn't know yet.
No, we're not.
Surprise.
But next week we'll let you know what our August plans are. We have something probably in August, but it's not finalized yet.
Traveling on, if you're looking for a Facebook group for the Mardi Gras, now there is one we do have a Facebook group for the folks that are booked on the group with us, and we started a little group to interact with and share information.
There's a
and
general
plan things.
Mardi Gras.
Yes, but otherwise, if you're going on a cruise and you want to be in a Facebook group, just go on Facebook, go into groups, search the date, the name of the ship, and you'll probably find a couple of them. Usually, one will have 100, one will have 5 people. Join the one with 100 because they've all probably migrated into one group again.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Dylan Seaman said, Jamie, take the reins. Cruise director Jamie. Oh, no. Those guys work way too hard for that. I could never do what they do. Full respect for them. Does Carnival Vista still have open buffet? Yes, Empire Jewelers, it does. Total open buffet. Everything was available. Serve yourself, all like normal.
Garrett Labelson says, are you thinking about an Alaska group cruise? We have thought about it, but it's not in the planning right now. If we did decide to do it, it wouldn't be until the summer of 2023. Or actually, no, it may even be 2024. I forgot we do have some 2023. We may go to Alaska before then. I don't know, but if a group cruise, yeah, probably not in the next 2 years, just because we don't have the availability.
So Tweety said, I'm admittedly several minutes behind, but explain how you ended up on the local Houston News pre-cruise. I was shocked. Is that your local news now? You were down in Houston?
That was kind of just a weird fluke little
Can
thing.
I tell the story? It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so the person from the news, this gal, Janelle, who's the anchor on the news channel, the local news 11 or whatever, I guess she saw a few names in some of the Facebook chats and picked a few people out who had made some comments, or I replied somewhere to something about cruising on the Vista, and that's how she got the name. So she sends me a message saying, hi, this is so-and-so from here, from the news. I'd love to talk to you about going on the Vista cruise. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. And so we interact a little bit on Facebook and stuff like that. And so, and then I said to her, I said, well, how did you hear about us? I'm thinking, well, she must have heard about Sharon and Jamie Travel, we're big timers. And she's like, no, I just saw your name. I saw you made a comment on a Facebook post. So I pulled your name. I'm like, oh, okay, well, in that case, then it's we're like, yeah, that'd be great to talk. And so we had messaged with this gal a few times. And then she actually, we did a Zoom call from the airport in Phoenix before flying out there. And then we shared a few pictures with her and some stuff like that. And she was very nice, and she was doing a spot about it. But we were laughing because when we watched the news feed, she called the ship a him. And she goes, all these people are going to be getting on this guy. And we're like, the ship is a female. It's not a male. What's the matter? And what was the other? She said something.
She said Vista wrong.
I think she said
Vista.
I think she called it the Vista instead of the Vista or something funny.
I don't know.
So you could tell they were just doing a little story down there, and it was funny, and it was cool, and a few people saw us on that clip and said something. So no, it was no big story, but so Tweety, the funny part was I thought maybe she heard of us from Sharon and Jamie Travel, because Sharon's been getting contacted by a lot of people lately. Turns out it was just a fluke deal, like Sharon said, and we chatted with her, but it was cool, and we sent her some pictures and said, here, use whatever you want during, on the news if you want to.
Yeah, we also have, what is the I think later this week, Travel Weekly. I did an interview this morning with Travel Weekly, so that'll be coming out later this week. Probably sometime, maybe, or next week. I'm not sure, but I'll post that in the cruise crew too when we get it. It's not a video; it's like a article. So I'll post that, and I probably won't get the hard copy of it until a few weeks because they're not working in the office right now. But it'll be the online copy, so I'll post it so everyone can see that. So I did like a full interview about the Vista this morning on there too. Well,
what's funny is that we're sitting there going, okay, we're going to talk about the Vista, and we had a great time, and it was amazing to cruise again, and overall it was just an awesome experience. But we dial things down, and we give you the bare bones details of our experience, and we're not going to sit there and say everything was, oh God, it was the greatest thing ever. Oh, it was amazing. Every time we turned around, it was because we just don't do that. So
I mean, if it's amazing, we'll tell you it's amazing.
And meanwhile, here we are. We have a celebration group cruise going on the Vista, And we're like, well, gee, you know, I don't want to sugarcoat it or make anything sound better
But you
than
know
it is or what. But
it's going to be great because there's nothing really wrong with the ship. It's just,
Yes.
we just said it's not our favorite ship. Some people might love it. And we're going to be there on a group cruise, interacting, having fun. There's so many things to do on the ship. And it's going to, that is actually going to be the time where we say, we love the Vista now. Because it's going to be a great cruise.
There you go. Rob from Life with Saver said, to quote Kindle Fire, bye.
Oh, yeah. That's
Good night. It was great to. Maybe that was the issue I had. Whatever, you know, the cruise directors always say goodbye in a different way when they do an announcement. And when Kendall Fire would say goodbye, she would go, all right, everybody, we'll see you later. Bye. And I was like, oh, it just cringed. It cringed. What do you think about the Platinum Diamond get-together, Sharon? Said Gina Tucker. Hello, Gina.
You know, who said that? Oh, Gina. You know, Gina, we actually did not go. We decided not to go this time.
Blew it
off. I'm not really sure why. It was the last day. I know why. It was the last day. We still had some things we wanted to do. We just wanted to enjoy some more time on the ship. And we decided, in the past, we like to go to those because, you know, you get free drinks and then you get to watch some things, play some games. And for us going to that party, we always have fun because Matthew and I get up and we play the games and kind of compete against each other. And it's just fun, you know. But this time I was like, Matthew wasn't with us. We had the drink package, so we didn't need the free drinks. And we've been there so many times. So we just decided to kind of blow it off, as Jamie said. And we went and did some other things.
Weren't we also recovering from the guy's burger taste test?
We were. We were. We had the
A few hours earlier, we did that guy's burger taste test video, and it rocked our world.
Yeah, and we were kind of just like,
kicked our butts for sure.
Yeah. But I think if the cruise world's still in there, they may have gone. Yes. They're platinum. So if they're still in here, let us know how it was.
That's right. Give us the lowdown. Give us the lowdown, kids. Sharon C. World Famous. How about that? Said Eddie Moonshine. What's going on, brother? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, let's see what else. Vonnie Bench is pointing out. Oh my God, Dylan Seaman again. Julia Child in the house. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you for the super chat, dude. You are awesome. Would we do a Conquest class ship? Yeah, we love them.
Yeah,
we've done them before, and I can't wait to do one again.
We've been on every Conquest class ship, I think.
The cruise world. They went to the steakhouse for the last evening, so I didn't get to go to the Diamond.
You didn't go either.
We do have a video coming out about.
We all missed it.
We were convinced before we went on this cruise we would not be going to the steakhouse for a while because the last two experiences have not been what we wanted from them. And sure enough, we had a little onboard credit to burn and said, let's go to the steakhouse. So we did it, and you'll have to watch the video to find out how our experience was this time around. See, Sharon, that's how you bring them in more. Bring them in.
So anyway, so Belize, we got off, we walked around the park. So let's go and talk about Roatan.
Oh, wait, we're at an hour and 42 minutes in. We're barely okay. So let's talk Roatan, and then we're going to wrap up the night, and then we'll talk more next week. And next week we'll have some announcements on what we're going to do in August, because I know you got a few things up your sleeve, and we'll see what's cooking.
Yeah.
Yes, they had Buffalo Trace. I had it, Dylan. Thank you so much.
So we got off the ship. We met our friend Johan from Real Deal Roatan Tours, and we hung out with him for the day. Just kind of toured around the island. We kind of wanted to just see what's open there too, what's going on. Just kind of get a feel. We really weren't interested. We've been there several times. We weren't interested in doing a full excursion because we've done the zip lining there before. We've done some ATVs. We've gone to the beach. We've done so we just wanted to kind of feel things out, and we wanted to talk to him about our group cruises and just kind of do some of that stuff. So anyways, we got off. We checked out some different places. I had to go to my chocolate factory and buy some chocolate bars because
you did.
I love the chocolate.
Oh my God,
there.
they were so excited to see us. We were the first passengers from the first cruise ship back to Roatan to walk into the Roatan chocolate factory.
Yeah, they interviewed us.
The owner was there. He would talk to us. It was unbelievable. Yeah. What a warm welcome we got there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And then we went and ate at this little local restaurant, and the food was really good. I mean, it was just good local food. And
I have no idea what it was called, but
it was so...
I'm sure we got pictures.
Cheap. Like, it was so cheap, the food. Like, I mean, and it was so good. And I had... you ordered a beer. I think I actually they had like lemonade, and it sounded so good because that was the hottest day was in when we were there.
Oh yeah.
And it was so hot and humid.
Scorching.
By the time we got there, like we were just like dying. So and we had to wear the masks when we were walking around, so we could take the mask off. So I ordered this big lemonade, and when they brought it, it was like a slushy. It was like a margarita almost. It was all like frozen and slushy, and oh my god, it was so good because I was so hot.
Gina Tucker just said no games, no snacks at the party, just drinks. Gina, hold on. If you're still out there in the chat, let me know.
is she there?
Are you saying there were no games, like no, guess the epitaph or how many
that's what she
candies
says.
or any of that kind of stuff? There was none of that stuff at all. Did they just like roll the same old video and give away drinks and
Wow.
was Kendall the MC of it or what? If you can share a little bit more, that'd be amazing.
That's the case.
Thank you for telling
I
us how
don't
it
feel
was.
bad missing it. Yeah.
Steakhouse Teas, that's right, Crazy Cat. Big G and Snuggles, what is going on, guys? Nice to see you. How many bags can you carry on to the ship on Embarkation Day? Can you do a backpack and a carry-on suitcase?
You can take as much as you can carry. You
Yes.
can bring on.
But it has to be able to fit. Remember, it has to be small enough to fit through the scanners, the same as if
Kinda
you're
like
going
the-
on an airplane.
Yeah, like the airport.
So you can't be carrying a big old, monster-sized Samsonite on there. It has to be able to go through the scanners. Cliffhangers. Knockers, Nancy, you're so right. Nancy knows about cliffhangers. That's what she does with her
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
As a reminder, guys, let's make sure that, you know this already, but Nancy's going to be rolling, and she has been rolling out Adventure of the Seas content for everyone to enjoy. So please make sure you go over and see Knockers, Nancy. Subscribe. Check out the videos. I'm pretty sure most of you are already there already, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but just a friendly reminder. I can't believe we still have 430 people here. It's been almost 2 hours. You guys are amazing. All right, so Roatan. What else did we do in Roatan?
Okay, so we did that. We went we stopped at a lot of places to fly the drone and did some kind of just local things. Sorry.
Don't tell secrets. Oh my.
Had some amazing views.
We didn't do that.
Oh,
Sharon's lying.
we went we went and had gelato. He took us to this little local gelato
Oh my
place.
god, that was unbelievable.
That was so good. And the place we went to, you walk out the back and there's some little tables you can sit at, and it's right on this little beach, and there's nobody there. This little tiny private beach area. It was so cool. I would love to go back there and just
Gorgeous,
hang out.
as Liam would say. It was gorgeous, gorgeous.
And then we went and checked out an all-inclusive place, which we may.
Good night, Leanne. We love you. Thank you. Feel
Good
better.
night, Leanne. Feel better. This local resort, all-inclusive resort that we might use as one of the options for our group cruise.
That was
There,
very cool.
so we walked in there, and we were able to walk in through and check the place out and everything, and so we did that.
It was off the Chisel Beach.
Yeah, so we just saw a lot of stuff and hung out with Johan. Just had a great day. It was just a really fun, great day.
Nina Crennan said, we went to the beach by the port, had an SOB. What? Well, hold on. What? An SOB? What do I know what that is? Is that some kind of a code? Right here. She said, had a SOB.
Stands for.
I know what that stands for, too.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so we had a great week. I can't complain. It was the first cruise back, and I would do it again. I loved every minute
In a heartbeat.
of it. Yeah. every
Mask in
minute.
the Beeston, Texas. Yes,
Yeah.
masks in every port. In Belize, yes. Once we were off the ship and onto the tender, masks on,
Wow,
because the
yeah.
tender is their property in Belize. It's their people that work there, and so once we're off of the cruise ship onto the tender, masks on.
Yeah.
The same thing in Roatan. Once you're off of the ship. In Cozumel, once you're off the ship,
Yeah.
we wore a mask all the way until we got to
So basically,
Nachi Kokum. Once we got to our chairs by the pool, then we took the mask off and we were cool.
Yeah.
Until we left to go, back again.
So basically, when we stepped off the ship, once they scan your card as you're getting off the ship, as soon as they scanned our card, basically masks went fully on as we walked off the ship. And same thing coming back on before they scanned our card around that time, we could take the mask off.
That's right. That is right. Don Ash Sr., it is a Mavic Air 2, as a matter of fact. Michael said, thanks for sharing the experience here and on videos. I enjoy Monday nights. Setting a record with this live chat, said Jeff Witt. I don't know, maybe. 400 people this late in the game is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And we thank you so much for being here. Again, If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe before you check out tonight. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell, and because we got a lot of stuff coming, including September group cruise, October group cruise, November Thanksgiving cruise, end of December New Year's Eve cruise.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Too.
January, I forgot what we're doing in January. We're doing anything in January?
Not yet.
My birthday, you're not going to want to miss that. No?
Well,
My
we'll
birthday
see.
month.
We'll see.
I was just trying to keep people excited. I was on a roll and I didn't want to. I'll do whatever, but hope the mask thing goes away by October. Wishful thinking. We'll see what happens, crazy cat traveler. But, we'll go with the flow.
As
it wasn't so bad.
As it cools down, it will.
Oh, SOB is sex on the beach. Sorry about that. Okay, Nina,
cocktail.
my bad.
As it gets to October and gets later into fall, it won't be as bad if you have to wear a mask. Right now, with it being summer, it is so humid in the Caribbean. And I know it's probably humid in Florida. It's really, really humid in Galveston. So that's what I think makes it really hard right now. Wearing the mask is just, the humidity. Like at home, if I had to wear one in the dry heat, it's not nearly as bad, even though it's hotter. But that humidity with the mask, it's just almost unbearable. Yeah, yes. I mean, it's bad.
That's right.
But you do what you got to do to cruise.
Yeah, you're damn. Listen, I will tell you what. 6 months ago, we were all saying, "I'll do anything I can. I'll give my left thumb. I will cut off my pinky toe. I will wear a mask the whole time. I don't care. I'll do anything to cruise." And we were cruising, and we almost had to sacrifice almost nothing to cruise. I know there's some other. I heard there's like some royal ships out there where anytime you're walking around and it's one of their unvaccinated cruises, correct me if I'm wrong, that you do have to mask up a little bit more. I think that was going on Freedom of the Seas, if I'm not mistaken. Other cruises are a little different. Things are still fluid in Florida as to what's been going on.
Florida is going to be having some different rules versus some of the other ports coming up because their vaccine requirements are going to be slightly different. So just make sure you stay posted on everything going on. Make sure for your port, because I know, since things will be a little different in Florida, they're going to have some different maybe protocols or different things if anyone gets sick on the ship or anything happens when you're on a cruise. So just keep that in mind. Prepare for possible delays on things and stuff. Don't maybe just take a little extra precaution.
That's right. Yes, just pay attention, guys. We know, and I mean, listen, go get your cruise news from our friend Tony at La Lido Loca, because he's the best in the business at being accurate and upfront and honest and doing all the research you can to give you the best info out there. Yeah. But then also take a few minutes to do your own research and double check. Contact the cruise line, contact your travel professional, whatever the case is, and make sure you know what's up, because things are changing quickly. They are. And you have to know how to interpret things and know what you're going to be up against. Yeah. And because there are factors out there where we didn't have to do any. Somebody asked a question. We took 0 COVID tests for this. Not going, not coming, nothing. We didn't need one. But there could be situations if you're traveling beforehand that you have to test and all kinds of other things.
And a lot of that's in the print. If you read it, the fine print, if you had different, when you fill out your health questionnaire, then it just says additional health screenings may be required, and it doesn't say what, but just interpret that as probably a COVID test. I mean, you just have to kind of...
Nina Crennan was on the cruise with us. It wasn't the best cruise, not complaining. Staff was incredibly friendly.
Yeah, our steward, our cabin steward was
unbelievable.
So nice.
Conrad and Chelsea, the assistant, were freaking fantastic. Everyone was great. We had great conversations with many people.
Our dining room, the first night, the service was a little slow and things, but our wait staff, the one girl started talking to us and telling us her whole story about when the pandemic
we mentioned
started,
that in our video, dining room video,
and all that, and it was like we enjoyed just sitting there listening to her talk and talking with her, like just made our day. Like that was so
great information. Everybody was so nice, and we had some great people taking some great care of us. And my hangout for the week was, oddly enough, the Atrium Bar. I don't know how it happened, but I settled in and loved the Atrium Bar.
That's one thing that we didn't talk about is that's one thing that was kind of different on the ship. We expected to hang out a lot at the Alchemy Bar. When we got on board the first night, we walked by the Alchemy Bar, and there was a lot of people there, that knew each other and chatting and things. But the staff working at the Alchemy Bar they just didn't have that same, what do you want to call it? Excitement as some of in the past. Usually you go to the Alchemy Bar and they're making fancy drinks and hooting and hollering and just having a good old time. That wasn't going on at this Alchemy Bar. The bartenders were kind of quiet and just kind of making the drinks. So we really didn't hang out there. The Atrium Bar was our go-to. I think.
Well, and again, I think a lot of it could have simply been the first cruise back.
Yeah,
literally the first cruise back. They were focusing on doing things right, getting back to usual, getting their groove on, just like anything else. And it could be something where you could go on the Vista in 5 weeks from now, and it could be exploding with fun and be out of control and the greatest experience ever.
Yeah.
And we want to take that into consideration. We're just telling you our experience. It doesn't mean that couldn't change for someone else next week or a few weeks after. So keep that in mind. So Tweety, Matthew's perspective I don't think has changed. He was happy as a pig in a poop puddle, just sitting at home playing video games all day, talking to his mom a few times and ordering
He was okay, but he does miss cruising, and I know he is excited to get back to cruising.
Jamie, we will be having a Cigars Under the Stars on Mardi Gras. Oddly enough, I brought a bunch of cigars, and I had full intention of getting together with a few folks. I even mentioned once or twice of doing that on this cruise, and it just didn't happen. Yeah. And I don't know whether it was a different cruise because it was Sharon and myself,
we
or something like that.
We felt a little off during parts of it because we were used to having.
We used to travel in threes.
Yeah,
and so we were traveling in two.
Yeah, so you just kind of have your vibe, how everyone works together, and it was just a little different at times. But
well, there's one thing that didn't happen nearly often enough, and that's when I said, okay, well, Sharon, if you're going to wait here in the cabin for Matthew, I'm just going to go out and have a drink and go to the casino real quick. That just didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
Yeah. And I actually didn't have coffee on the balcony like I had planned as much because it was so humid. But so I got to do that on my next cruise.
Mental note. Hoping to grab some oysters at the Alchemy Bar in October on our cruise. Oh boy, that would be yes. You what? Depending on what ship you are, I went to the Alchemy Bar one time this week where I sat there, and I did order sushi, and they brought sushi over, but they didn't have the Alchemy menu that we've seen in some of our stuff.
It says gelato, yummy. There was something up there. How was the shows? Kevin McGee said, how was the show? So the shows were good. Let's see. So they had like a welcome aboard show, I think.
That's standard. We've seen it 100 times. We don't go to it anymore. Next show.
So we went to one. We only went to actually one show. I think it's called America Rocks. I think something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've seen that.
Good.
We've seen that one a few times before. We liked it before. It was great. We went and saw part of this one. We didn't stay for the whole show. We stayed for part of it. It was a good show. They had Flick. We didn't go to that. We've seen that a few times, so we didn't go to that one. And there was something else we missed, and someone told us, what was it? A lasso?
I don't know if Mark McClure saw it. He's there. America Rocks and Flick were the Playlist production shows.
Yeah.
But boy, those shows have been around for a long time.
Flick, the first couple of times it was pretty cool, but I was like, okay, I don't need to see that again. And America Rocks, I could watch that one over.
One person said they must have had trouble booking entertainment because one night they had a guy with a lasso.
Yeah.
The guy was literally doing lasso tricks. Now, I'm lasso tricks. Come on, man. I mean, if that happened down at the the fairgrounds, I'm down with that. But the bullwhip, a bullwhip guy and a rodeo roper. He was a bit out of practice. Thank you.
Gosh.
I can only imagine.
So we missed that show too.
Yes.
But we did see America Rocks because that's a good show and I enjoy it.
I know. I think we're just spoiled, The last couple of cruises, have just been so insanely amazing.
Well,
and so we're spoiled.
That's the thing. I think when we go on other cruise lines now, we can feel like we can show some new things because we haven't seen them before ourselves. Mm-hmm. A lot of the carnival shows we've seen multiple times, so sometimes we don't go. If we really like it, we'll go again, but we try to find some different things to do sometimes. Chef Mig said, I didn't care for the Alchemy Bar on the Vista. We had a way better time at the brewery. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
And they had some good guitar players in the brewery on the Vista. They did.
Yeah, the Lasso, Daniel Fields, what's up, buddy? You and Nancy, how you guys doing? Lasso guy is the guy you put between two acts while the stage is changing behind the curtain. That's a good point. That is a good point. I know, I did. Hey, listen, I hammered that guy. I was all over it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, Tess, I don't think we have any prisoners here. Hey, listen, that was just a weird one, but that's the first one of the night, so knock on wood. All right, it's been 2 hours now. I told Sharon we try to do a short one because you still have emails you're getting back to, follow-ups that you're following up on, and all that kind of stuff.
Usually when I get
Did
back
we cover
from
your
cruise,
agenda?
I try to get through everything like that day in a day, but it's been crazy. And as I'm getting through emails, there's like more coming in constantly. So.
Nancy's impressed with my hammer skills. Thank you, Nancy. I did. I came in like a wrecking ball. It's an amazing night, guys, and we're so excited to be able to share this stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the videos. The videos have done pretty well, so we were very excited about that. The channel got a good bump from everything, and that was super exciting. We appreciate it.
And if you have more questions, just leave them in the comments under this video, or post them in the Facebook group, our Facebook group, and we'll answer them for you. Yes. I'm sure we missed some, but
Catherine, to our knowledge, there's no follow-up after the cruise. We've not been reached out to. There's nothing we have to report back with.
No,
that's it.
If you're vaccinated and it's all in the U.S., then yeah.
That's right. Okay, we're not even, you guys, some of you are amazing. You've already done it. We won't even do the end of the night stuff. I had a couple video clips I'll save for next week. No big deal. It's just some of the shorts that didn't make the cut. I thought you might like to see them.
Behind the scenes shorts?
Yes, not in behind the scenes short. Well, I guess so, behind the scenes short. So we'll save those for next week.
Crazy Cat Traveler said I got an email response from Sharon.
There's a lot of stuff still to talk about. Dylan said I learned that Jamie's a good hammer. Thank you, buddy. And so we'll be back. We'll talk more about it next week and whatever else we have going on. So a couple things. We mentioned if you're on the Bermuda group cruise with us, day one is the huge beach day party. It's going to be off the chisel. And
we'll put out another, we already put out our events for that cruise already before our cruise. We'll put out a little events thing on that too as a reminder. And that cruise and our Mardi Gras group cruise, which we'll be putting out all those events later this week. Before the cruise or on the day of the cruise, we plan to make little itineraries for both of all the things we have scheduled and planned, and the times and the location, everything, and have those all laminated and give one to everyone, so everyone will know what's going on at every time. So if they want to join us for these things, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to, but everyone will know what's going on.
Listen, I don't know if I'm saying too much, and Sharon will kick me under the table if I am, but we basically have everything lined up for the Mardi Gras. Day by day, we've got plans that we put together, and Sharon's just getting the last few things done. And I think literally within like 24 hours, if you're on our Mardi Gras group cruise on September 4th, you're gonna see the post go up in the group that has basically the details on everything we're doing. The last thing you're just figuring out is Roatan.
That one might not be until
and figuring out.
That'll probably come out next week, for sure. Because I put a post up there to see what people are interested in, and then I'm going to get with Johan, and we're going to figure out the 3 option type things and the pricing, and then I will post that, and then whoever's interested in doing those things, then they can go directly to him, and I guess sort of book it, even though it's within the group, so he'll know, and we'll be keeping in contact, so we'll be able to we'll have everything scheduled.
There you go.
But that way he knows how many people are officially booked too, because he has to hire a couple other guys and have the transportation and everything. So we just want to be me and him in the loop and have everything run smooth with that.
Anthony Simone, I don't think there will be. I don't know what's going to happen with a meetup before the cruise in New York City. It's still a little bit tricky. We're just glad to be cruising in October. We may do something that has to do with the hotel we're at. A lot of people are staying at the Embassy Suites, so we'll see what happens. But it won't be. I'm sorry to say, it won't be a big planned event for cruisers and non-cruisers alike to come hang out. I just don't see that happening.
But
I'm just being obvious. I'm just being honest with you.
But I mean, we'll do probably something. And if there's people around non-cruisers that want to come somehow meet us in New York, depending on how things go, I mean, we'll try to do what we can to accommodate people.
Yes.
But the best we can. We plan to fly in right now 3 days before. That might change to 2 days. Just because that cruise, Matthew has to take off school, and I don't know that he'll be able to. I mean, that extra day can really kind of make or break the whole cruise thing, because he's also taking off school for the September Mardi Gras cruise. So
That's right.
We gotta kind of finagle the days.
That is true. That is true.
And also I had someone ask about the
J Rock does not rock. You're right. Good job, Nancy. Thank you.
Having a meetup for the Mardi Gras cruise. I'll be posting that in the group probably next week, early next week or this weekend. As soon as we book our air. I'm just waiting we haven't booked our air yet. I need to do that in the next couple days, and then I'll know what time we fly in. And it kind of depends on what time we're able to get there. With flights are crazy right now. And the thing is, even if you book a flight, you don't even know if before your flight, if it's going to get changed to a different flight.
Yeah.
Like our
it's very
flight.
hard to plan stuff.
Yeah. So, we'll do what we can.
We'll do the best we can with what we got. That's the way we do it. All right, Sharon, that's it. We got to go. It's over. It's done. It's 2 hours. We crushed it tonight. You did an amazing job. Matthew will be a junior this year. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We really, really appreciate you guys being here. Over 500 people tonight. It's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. And we say that with a lot of sincerity. We love you guys. We had a great time on the cruise, and we're happy that we could share it with you. And
we cannot wait to cruise again and get back to cruising. I think we felt a little off our game this time. It was kind of just so weird, but we had so much fun.
We hope that you like this thing behind us. I didn't know if you might like this one. I was gonna go with this one.
No.
That's a good shot. Look at that shot right there. Do you guys like that shot? Oh yeah, that's a great aft right there. That is a great aft. Yeah. I did have this shot too. This shot was good. Nachi Kokom. Yeah. That's a good shot. I don't know if you know how I got that shot, but let's just say we nailed that shot. So that one was good too. But when it was all said and done, we'd like this. The dreamscape is nice in the vista, but that was so last. That was just so. Yeah. That was so last week. So there you go. So there's the beauty of Cosmo. All right, guys. So Sharon, is that it? Are we wrapping up?
I think that's
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate everything. Thanks for the support. Thank you for all the super chats tonight.
Yes,
thanks for subscribing to the channel. And until next time, from myself, from Sharon, from Matthew in the other room, from Nautical Nurse Nancy, please go watch your live stream tomorrow night. It's one of the best in the biz. Her energy is insane.
We'll see if we can talk Matthew into joining us next week for the live show.
Maybe we'll get him out here. Leanne Francisconi hung out there even when she wasn't feeling good. Thank you so much for that. Leanne. For everyone else here, from Lucy, from Boswell, from everyone else in the cruise crew, thanks so much for joining us. And until next time.
Happy cruising, guys. We are back. We're cruising. So excited.
We're back, baby.
Cruising's back.
I like it.
Good night, everyone.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace out.